Hello, how you guys doing? Good to see you. Hey Tali, how you doing? Hey Red, General, May, how you guys are doing? Okay, I see we're already jumping right into it. Okay, cool. Let me just um, get my thing out. The review page. It doesn't matter which server. All servers are good. How you doing? I'm good. I'm good, General. How are you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Let me just adjust it a bit. All right. So we can already add May, who wants a Alakino review. That's cool. May Alakino. All right. So we got Chandrani. Hopefully I say your name right. Chandrani. With Nefer. Alright, awesome. Chandrani. Alright, so this is for now. Let's go into the game for a second, see what's going on. How are you guys doing today? Anything new? Anything to tell? Let's see what's going on in the game. The patch is going to be over very soon, and I honestly want to finish doing the moon by then. I might not be able to. Need to work on other stuff. Hey, some primo gems. But I will try. We got this. Alright. I also need to finish this thing. I finished the story, but I still need to do the entire event, which is really weird and annoying. But I have to do it. It gives a crown and I can't miss it. We already did that Imaginarium Theater on the other stream. And yeah, we can do that for now. Let's go to... yeah, let's do this in Not Cry. I've been on Discord a lot of discussions over there. Really? What are you talking over there? Hey waifu, how you doing? Yeah, the event takes long, too long. Bro, can you review my Mabuika mommy? Yes, I can review it. Give me a UID and I will add you to the list and I can review it when your time arrives, when your turn arrives. Let me just do a few dailies. Oh, thank you for the gift. Appreciate it. Sid. So now if you give me your UID, I can... Hey V, how you doing? Good to see you. You were very missed last stream. Iksho did fill in for you. Really helped me out. But you were very missed. Let me just pin your comment. Hope everything is okay. Hope you're doing good, V. And let me add Sid into the donation list. Sid, really appreciate the donation. Which character? Sid. Oh, Mabuika, right. Mabuika, sorry. Who else? Aiden. Can I request review for my AI once more now that she has her set? Alright, awesome. No problem. Aiden. Yeah. Alright. And we got Felix. How you doing, Felix? What are we reviewing, Felix? Good to see you. Felix. Which character? Yeah, I'm in New York with my son. Oh, that's cool. Day 3 pupils of the city. Out of our city. That's cool. That's really cool. Hope you enjoy. Hope it was really, really fun. Colombina. Alright. That's cool. So Sid, you will be first because you donated. If anyone else wants to move for the free review to the YouTube or Twitch members or donation list, and I will review you first before all the others, and you know what to do. Mr. Filter, what set you used instead of Swolls and Drone? It's a good question. I guess you don't really play her in Stella's Walls. Well, you can play her in Stella's Wall. The thing is, they removed the option to use the regular set, the main the DPS set. So now we are in the situation. Then what you do use? Honestly, you might want to do like a hybrid where you do use the Stellar Conduct set, because you can't get the only thing I can think of that you should get is to get more attack, as much attack as you can, attack and DM. So honestly, wait 1 second, open the firstly, let's open the Akasha. Second. Secondly, let's see what other options do we have. So honestly, Gilded Dream can be a nice option because it gives you a ton of elemental mastery and attack, not just here, also here. So you are getting as much elemental mastery and attack will improve the Stellar Wall damage by a lot. You can't use VV because you need to swirl as well. There is the VV, and the VV has changed. It's not the same as it was. But you do need to, it's doing the same issue. You can't swirl it. You have to swirl it so it will activate. Congratulations, Felix, on getting Colombina. Hopefully you managed to build it right until now. And I'm just reading a V message for a second. No, that was Sunday. Why I couldn't join? I mentioned it on the Tuesday stream. I see. How are you doing, No Longer Human? We just started. Is Vaka get good? It gives a lot of attack. Yeah, Varka is supposed to work pretty nicely with Odette and the Crowd Traveler. We don't know yet how good he will be, but it should give him a really nice improvement. A pretty nice cryo version. I don't think it's going to be better than his regular version. Maybe it will, but when we look at the cryo version that he can do, then he can do like a Stellar Wall cryo version with Odette and the Cryo Traveler, and then you use someone like C4 Jean, which also supposed to get a buff to make his C4 actually more reliable, which is really cool. And also you can use Sucrose, which gives a ton of elemental mastery. I wouldn't use someone like Prune or Venti. You can use them, but they're not really going to increase your Stellar Wall damage, which you definitely want to invest in. Thank you again for another gift, Sid. I really appreciate it. Let me just add Rohith to the list as well. Rohith. Okay. I will use the team Chaska, Odette, Bina, and Inefa. That's interesting. To do Super Lunar Stellar Contact Swirl Charge. That would be a crazy team. That would be it sounds like a good Chaska team, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Does anyone have calcs for Cryo Varka? I have no idea what it's going to be with Cryo Varka. Hopefully it will be good. When it comes to your question before, what should we give Sandrone? I really think that because she doesn't work with the new set, it's just staying on Disenchantment and Deep Shadow and doing like a mixed with Stellar Soul and Stellar Conduct, trying to do something with that, like a mixed version. I believe it might be more relevant once we get a dedicated Stellar Wall support, if this is going to even happen after Yae has become the Stellar Swirl support. I don't know if we are gonna get a new Stellar Swirl dedicated support. But what I do know is that you can like mix them somehow. If I understand correctly, at the beginning they didn't work at the same time, and now I understand that they do work at the same time. Both Stellar Swirl and Stellar Conduct, they can coexist, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure of that, but don't catch me on my word. We will have to see it in action. That's what I understand from the leak. So because you can't use the new Stellar Swirl artifact, what you can do to increase your Stellar Swirl is honestly just give her as much attack and the elemental mastery, and I guess the best one would be Gilded Dream. So yeah, this would be the best Stellar Swirl for Sandrone. But it's a bit off. It's a bit weird. Tali. Let's add it to the list. Tali, you are a member, right? No, you're not? No, you're not. I remember. Sorry about that. You're going in this list. Mikazuki, how you doing? Let's add you as well. Mikazuki. Mikazuki. I'm gonna try out Varka, Odette, Sandrone, Sucrose, Cryo Traveler. Yeah, that should be. But I want to get Vesna when she comes up. Yeah, that should be a good team. Vesna would probably be a great replacement to Varka if she is a main DPS. It's not confirmed, but if she's going to be a main DPS for Stellar Swirl, which is what I think she will be, then yeah, she would definitely be much stronger than Varka in this specific team. So yeah. Should I give the new support set to Odette? Oh yeah, definitely to Odette. Ya is doing a ton of damage in the team. She's doing like 30% of the team's damage. 30%. That's a lot. Sometimes she can even do 40 depending on your investment. Now Odette is only doing like 15 to 20%. Together they're doing like 50% of the team's damage, which is crazy. Which is what makes this team so strong. But on her own, Ya is doing the majority of the damage. On her own, between them, between Odette and Ya, Ya is doing the majority of the damage, and Odette is just buffing her dramatically. So without Odette, even though Odette is not doing the majority of the damage, she's giving so much buffing to Ya and herself and the rest of the team that without Odette, even though she's not doing the majority of the damage, the team damage will go down dramatically. So they are pretty much giving around the same damage contribution to the team. But because Ya is the one that is doing the majority of the damage, you definitely want to go more offensive on her. On Odette, because she's doing less, she's doing like 15 to 20% of the team's damage, you want to give her the more supportive role, because this is her role. Her role is to buff the team as much as she can. So doubling down on it and giving her the supportive set would be the best choice. And for Ya, you want to go doubling down on the offensive and giving her the disenchantment in Deep Shadow. Will this team work Mizuki C2, Crowd Traveler, CC Sucrose, and Chichi? Yes, it will work. The team will be probably stronger if you play with Odette instead of Chichi. Or maybe instead of Traveler even. No. Chichi does not do stellar swall damage. She is going to be a nice cryo on the team, but she does not do stellar swall scaling. She's just supporting stellar contact. So if you want to use Chichi, you can use Chichi, but honestly someone like a Scofia would probably be better because you just giving more damage. But if you want to use Chichi just for healing, then I guess it's fine. What I will do that if you're going for Odette, then she would be much better than Chichi in this team, in this specific team. She will also be better than Chichi in other teams, but just so you know. The new sets are also busted. Yeah, the sets are busted completely. List building up quickly today on the free side. Yeah, it is. Let's look at it. It's still fine. It's still fine. Can have a few more. Hey, Iksho. I'm thinking about the Crowd Traveler, Odette, Yae, and Sucrose. The Crowd Traveler is more designed to work as a stellar. Oh, you mean you're gonna use him as the main DPS, as the Crowd Traveler as the main DPS for stellar conduct? Yes, if you do that, then yes, this is definitely a very nice team. So the Crowd Traveler, Odette, Yae, this is already like a strong team. So whatever else you're gonna put on the last slot is gonna be good. Sucrose can work good because she gives a ton of elemental mastery. But of course, if you have a Scofia, if you have Chichi, if you have even Shilonen, then if you have Nicole, they can be amazing as well. Also, if you have like Alosha, because you are going to get him. So if you have Alosha at C2 at least, then it might be better than Sucrose. If you have Beidou C6, Diana C6, they also might be better than Sucrose because they are also giving like 200 elemental mastery, but on top of that they also give like a red shred and stuff like that. So if you have those characters, then yeah, Sucrose, they would be better than Sucrose, but Sucrose is a nice option. Give ya a deep shadow, I guess. Yes, definitely give her deep shadow. There is no contest, really. She's just doing way too much damage with the stellar conduct damage, so it's definitely worth building her on the disenchantment in deep shadow. Yeah, it's hitting like a truck. Yeah, she's doing like 30 to 40% of the team's damage. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it's what makes this core so strong, because they actually doing like 50% of the team's damage, and because of that you can literally just put them like with the Inefa Colombina core, where you can literally they can literally wheelchair almost any carry. If you just put like Sucrose or Lauma there and just put any carry that you want, you can literally wheelchair almost anyone to be their best team. So now Yag Odette is pretty much doing the same. They are doing so much damage that you can literally use anyone. Maybe got to see you back. Yae is hitting like a truck. Are there any good alternative for Yae? And can we use Inefa? You can use Inefa only if you have Colombina. Don't use Inefa if you don't have Colombina, because Inefa, the majority of her damage is... Inefa is doing a lot of damage, but the majority of her damage does come from Luna Charge. And if you don't have an Hydro character on the team, especially Colombina, then she's not going to do almost any damage. So you much rather play with someone like Beidou C6, or which does give Elemental Mastery to the team, and Rest Red. If you don't have Beidou C6, you can definitely go with someone like Fischl or Cookie or Raiden, and they will do probably more damage than Inefa without Luna Charge on the team. So yeah, but if you have Colombina, then she becomes a really good duo on this team, because they are, like I said, like with Yae and Odette, Inefa Colombina are just such a strong duo, and she does help you activate the Stellar Conduct. She doesn't enable it, but she does do Electro, so it does enable it. So it is a nice option. Fischl would be amazing as well if you don't have C6 Beidou, and if you have like someone like Nicole on the team as well, then Fischl becomes even better because they activate the Hex Array. Sid, I'm sorry that you are waiting, but we will get to you in a second, buddy. So we got also 1 second, Iksho that I need to add. Iksho. Alright, we're doing Sandrone. Thanks, I'll be back in Discord after work. Feel a bit more refreshed. Cheers. C2 Mizuki or C4 Inefa. Mizuki is the one getting the buffs. Inefa is pretty much stay the same, and he's more. He's also like a swirl character, so you can definitely use him for Stellar Swirl. But it looks like Mizuki is the one that is oriented specifically for Stellar Swirl stuff, if this is what you're talking about. So yeah, definitely Mizuki. I'm not pulling Odette. That's why I'm asking about that free-to-play team. Like I said, Chi-Chi is not a Stellar Swirl damage dealer. So in that case, you can use her as a healer. I guess you use this slot as the healer slot, which you should definitely have. So the last slot could go for someone like Jin. It could go for someone like, but you do want to have like 2 cryo characters on the team. So you can have like someone like a Scoffier. Scoffier would be great because she also heal. You can use Diona, but she's not that good. It's much better to use C6 Chi-Chi than Diona. I'm just trying to think of someone that would synergize with Stellar Swirl, but honestly, there is no other cryo that's synergized with Stellar Swirl other than the Traveler and Odette right now, that we have right now. So honestly, then the best thing you can do is use a Scoffier, because she's just doing a ton of damage. Other than her, then yeah, I guess you can use Chi-Chi. But she's not going to buff Stellar Swirl in any way. Yeah, we missed you on Discord. Yeah. V, you are missed everywhere. When will I get replaced? I don't know, but they are releasing like 4 other Electro characters, so there is a good chance you will be replaced at some point. 6 months maybe I will be replaced. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but yeah, there's too many Electro characters, and some of them are even Stellar stuff. So hopefully soon. Society. Diona is C4. Yeah, if your Diona is C4, then don't use them unless you really don't have anyone else. If your Beidou is not C6 and your Diona is not C6, then there is no reason to really use them in Stellar Conduct teams. There are other characters who do better. It's just that their C6 is the one that gives all the buffing to Stellar Conduct. I don't have Yai, and sadly everything is about Yai. Well, yeah, Yai is a big deal, but if you have C6 Beidou, or you're gonna get Alosha, yes, at C2 is not that crazy of a replacement, but at C6 is definitely gonna be a respectable replacement for Yai. Raiden, get another wheelchair team. Yeah, another wheelchair team for Yai. I'm sure that Neuvillette, even though it's Hydro, it will probably also benefit from this core as well. Not sure would work as Raiden team. Well, Raiden is not going to do Electro Stellar Conduct, but she's definitely gonna do some electro damage and will be carried by this, just because the core is so strong. And yes, Raiden's teams are usually weak, then they will just carry her. What about Odette, Yai, C1, Inefa, and Bina? Yeah, I already said this is a great team. I don't know who you're gonna use for the on-fielder. I guess Yai, but you don't really have an on-fielder. If you had like Odette and Inefa Bina, if you don't have Yai, then I would say use Odette, Inefa Bina. It would be an amazing core. But if you do have Yai, then at that point I would just use a dedicated Stellar Conduct DPS, and then just like someone like Sucrose or Diona C6 or Beidou C6 or something like that, or Losha, which you will probably get. My freeze Ayaka. Let's add waifu to the list. Sorry guys that I'm not starting with the reviews. There is a lot of questions and I want to help you out. I also really love those questions. It's really interesting to talk about this stuff. So I really enjoy you asking me all those questions. And once the questions will relax, we can start the reviews. The first team will test on Risley with Odette, with Hex. For Fischl and Nicole, I'll see if my C4 Beidou is better than I think. C4 Beidou, like I said, it's not that good. If you don't have her C6, she's definitely not better than the combination of Fischl and Nicole. She is not. But if you do manage to get her to C6, she will definitely be the next best thing, I guess, to Yai. She will not be the next best thing. The next best thing will be C6 Alosha. But after that, because we can't really get C6 Alosha at this point, because it's too hard, unless you're going for that constellation, then C6 Beidou will be the next thing. She will definitely be better than C2 Alosha. Odette looks like a must pull. So a lot of people asking me, there is nothing like it in this game. There is one must pull in this game. Like there's too many characters, there are too many combinations that you can do, too many mechanics at this point that there is no really a must pull. Any character can be useless if you're not going for in his direction. So what I will say is I would change this must pull to a best in slot. So instead of saying is she a must pull, I would say is she a best in slot for her team. So that's what you care about. If you are building her teams, then yeah, she is a best in slot in those teams. You will always want to have her on the team, and there is a really small chance that she will be replaced as the best in slot in this team. Yeah, there are 4 characters on the team, 4 party members. Some of them are going to be replaced over time. There is a good chance that Odette would always stay there, and she will always stay there for both Stellar Conduct and Stellar Swarm. And because of this versatility and because of this certainness that she will stay, that's what makes her a must pull. She's not a must pull, she's a best in slot. So that's what makes her a best in slot. If you play Lunar teams, then Colombina is a best in slot character. You definitely want to get. If you play Flint's team, Inefa is a best in slot character. You can change the must pull to best in slot. Nefer, Lauma, in Nefer's team, Lauma is pretty much a must pull. She's a best in slot there. Yes, so it depends on what you are doing. Depending on what you are doing, you can say a must pull. But I would much like to say she's a best in slot, because when you say a must pull, are we also talking about you can't defeat the game without her? Of course you can. You can at this stage of the game, you can defeat the game with any character. Not with any character, but you can build. You have enough variations, enough teams that you can actually have other team that defeat this challenge and don't have to get this specific character. When I think of a must pull, I'm thinking like, if you don't have this character, you can defeat this a challenge in the game, and that's not true. You can defeat every challenge in this game. There is no one character that only with her you can defeat a specific challenge. For every challenge that the game throws at you, there are multiple characters who can deal with it, and because of that, there is no one must pull character. There is no. So instead of it, I can say she is a best in slot for those teams. So yeah, she is the best. So if you're going for Stellar Swole or Stellar Conduct or both, she's definitely a best in slot character that you should thrive to get if you can. If you need to spend 80, 90, 180, how much it takes to get a guaranteed character pulls, 180 pulls to get a guaranteed character. If there is one character that is worth the most this Primogems, it's probably Odette, not a dedicated DPS, because now we are getting so much older dedicated DPS and other options and stuff like that. We are even getting literally free DPS, Stellar Conduct DPS. The Crowd Traveler is literally a free Stellar Conduct DPS, and it's actually good. So honestly, there is no reason to feel like you are obligated to get a Stellar Conduct DPS or even a Stellar Swole when Mizuki is supposed to be an amazing Stellar Swole DPS. So you literally get a free Stellar Conduct DPS and a free Stellar Swole DPS for free, with constellations for free. So the value of Sandrone and any other Stellar Conduct or Stellar Swole DPS is going down the drain hard. Yeah, they're going to be much stronger than them, but they're still doing enough damage that you don't have to feel like you are missing out if you're not going for them. But when it comes to the support, Odette, you can go for a dedicated Stellar Conduct DPS support, a dedicated Stellar Conduct support, a dedicated Stellar Swole support. Right now the only ones are Yaya. But if we were going to get like a Stellar Swole dedicated support, their value would be lower than going for someone like Odette, because she gives you the option to work on any Stellar team. Now there is also the chance, this is just speculations right now, but of course there is the grass version, the Stellar Grass. We haven't seen any character that can do that. Maybe the Fatui Baizu. The Baizu. The Dark Baizu. Maybe he is going to be a grass. Stellar Grass. And if this is a Stellar reaction, there is a very good chance. If the Stellar Grass is going to be introduced to the game, there is a very good chance that Odette Kit is gonna be adjusted to also support it. So right now it doesn't support it because it doesn't exist, but there are it did happen. For example, right now Sandrone had scalings only for Stellar Conduct, and now that they are introducing Stellar Swole, she's literally getting a full set of scalings for Stellar Swole. So this stuff happens. It happens all the time. So all the sets are getting adjusted, all the characters are getting relevant. So if we are getting introduced to Stellar Grass at any point, because this is a Stellar reaction, if it's going to be a Stellar reaction, if it's going to be considered a Stellar reaction, there is a very, very, very good chance that Odette is also going to be a best in slot there. And that means she's a best in slot in 3 teams, like Columbina, in a Lunar Charge, Lunar Bloom, and Lunar Crystallized. So there is a good chance she will be there, which gonna raise her value dramatically and gonna give you another reason to pull for her. So I would just say that it's not confirmed. We don't know. Even if they are going to do Stellar Grass, we don't know if she will get another scalings, but I believe that she will, because this is her role, to be the best Stellar support in the game. But we will see. Sorry guys, there is too much questions. I will just add the people that ask for a review. Yeah, I think we are going to start closing the list, because we are getting way too much people. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, there is a lot of people. We just add the last ones that are on this list. But yeah, V, I think you can close the list. And we got Guru with Cheska. Now guys, the list is long, so I will tell you that it's gonna take a few hours to go over all of them. So if you're at the bottom of the list and you don't want to wait, you can move up to this list, from the free review list to the members and donations. Just so you know, I'm not trying to bait you into paying money or something like that. I'm just saying that if you don't want to wait, there is an option for you to go first. So yeah, let me just pin V's comment. Thank you so much, V. Yeah, let's just start, because yeah, I really appreciate your questions, and I would love to sit here and just answer questions all day, but there are people waiting for a review. Maybe later you can ask me whatever you want, or as we go on, if I see a question that I can answer quickly, I will answer it. But for now, let's just go through the list. No longer human, I will add you last. I could have added you at any point because you are a member, and members are not limited to the list being closed. All right. Nova. Okay, let's add Nova, and that's it. So that's it. Nova is the last one. I'm already saying it. Nova, do let me know which character you want me to review. And I will say that, like I said before, if you want to move to this list and don't want to wait all this time, because it is going to take a few hours to get through all of them, you can do that by donating or becoming a member. But even if you are not on the list, even if the list is closed, the donation and members list is never closed. So if you want to join, then you can join in here. So let's add Alakina. All right. That's it. All right, the list is closed. You can keep asking me questions throughout the list, or maybe other people can answer the question for you if I didn't see it. But I will try to answer as much as I can. All right, Sid, let's go. Guys, I will call your name when I get to you, so make sure you are up to date with the stream, because sometimes with the ads that I can't control, it makes the stream go back a bit. So just make sure you're up to date, so when I call you, you answer, because if you are not going to answer, unfortunately I'm gonna skip you. All right, Sid, let's look at your Movwika. All right, so we got C0, free to play, Movwika, double crown, very nice. R5 Tidal Shadow is very strong, very good. Probably our best free to play option, especially at R5. We got 1.6 attack, which is a bit on the lower side. I guess it's because you're going for elemental mastery, but you are getting a ton of attack from here, and you are probably getting more from Tsitlali on TDDS and Bennett, and maybe you also have Biansan, or who is the last on this team? Shilonen. So you're not using Yasan. Okay, if you're using both Tidal Shadow, it gives you like a TDDS worth of attack buff, as well as Tsitlali on TDDS, as well as Bennett with Noblesse, then you are getting a ton of attack as well. So I guess it's fine. We have a nice amount of elemental mastery. We have 52 on 222, which actually is a very nice crit ratio. So this is pretty much going to be 92 on 222. That's nice. It's not crazy, but it's definitely a high crit value for a non-crit weapon. So that's nice. We don't care about energy. Sid, are you here? I didn't even check. I guess he was here because it was first. I'm like, the first person should definitely be here. Especially if he donated. Then I guess he is here. Like, Sid donated twice, so I just assumed that he was here. Sid, make a sound. Let us know that you are here before I continue. Alright, the pyro resonance. Thank you, Shoel. Appreciate it. You're also getting the pyro resonance, so that's actually another way to get attack. Oh my god, Sid, are you not here? The first one donated twice and is not here. Come on, man, you can do it. I don't believe it. Okay, Iksho, let's move on to you. If Sid will come back, we will get back to him, I guess. It's so funny. Alright. Iksho, let's look at your Sandrone. It's so weird that he's gone. Maybe he's behind on the stream. Hopefully not. We will see. Anyway, Sandrone. Let's look at it. So we got C0 R1, very, very nice. The R1 is definitely the way to go. It's like 30% personal damage, which is really nice. Crown, the charge attack, very nice, 6 and 9. I always say you do want to invest in your skill. Her skill is definitely something good. For example, in the Lunar teams, usually they only get like 1 or 2 talents. They're doing lunar damage, which is going to be the majority of their damage. And here in stellar conduct teams, her majority of the damage is going to be the stellar conduct hits, but she's getting the stellar conduct hit on all of her talents. That means both also the charge attack, the skill, and the burst are doing stellar conduct damage. Because of that, they are going good damage. They're not just doing cryo damage. And on top of that, the charge attack, her A1 actually says that the charge attack will buff, after using the charge attack, it will buff the elemental skill by 400%. And it's talking about the stellar conduct hit of the elemental skill. And then the skill is gonna buff the burst. And because of that, her skill is actually doing very nice damage. So all of her talents are actually doing really good stellar conduct damage, and because of that, I wouldn't neglect it. I would take it at least to 8. If you can take it to 9, great, but I would take it to at least 8 because it is worth it. It is the least powerful of all of them, but it's still doing some nice stellar conduct damage, so I would definitely do that. Next, so 2.9 is actually very high. Let's look at the rest. We have 218, which is very nice. Her A4 is already giving her 160, which is already calculated in here. So we are getting a bit more, which is nice. 60 on 230, very nice ratio. Very nice ratio. With the set and the cryo resonance, you are getting all the way to 91. So it's 91 on 230. I definitely see, because I built my my Sandrone so effectively, I was in your position where I had a bit too much attack compared to the crit damage, but then I literally like spent like 14 feathers to adjust my set to give me more crit damage instead of attack, and now I'm like on 800, sorry, my voice, and 250, which was a big jump in my opinion. You definitely want to go for like the 250 if you can, compared to 2900. You can definitely go lower on the attack compared to the, this is already calculated with the weapons attack, by the way. So getting on around like 2800, losing like 100 attack and getting like 20 extra crit damage would definitely be better, would be much more beneficial for her. But this is still very good. I'm just mid-maxing here. Alright, let's look at the pieces. So we got 14 on 12, beautiful ratio with some elemental mastery. Great, that's great. I would not go lower on the crit. I would go lower on the attack if you can. Let's see if you can. So I can already see that you can a bit. So this is 14 on 10. Another nice piece. It also gives attack and elemental mastery, which is amazing. But you can. It did roll once into attack. It's not the end of the world because it's just one roll, but because we are looking to move some of the attack into crit damage just for mid-maxing, you can totally leave her like this and not spend another moment building her. She's already like extremely strong, especially if you're getting Yae and Odette for her. She's definitely gonna slay literally anything in the game, and she's probably going to be the best. She will be the best DPS in the game, way above Zebai already. But if you do want a mid-maxer, then I would try to get those attack rolls, especially this one, into crit damage. So this is just one roll, so it's not the end of the world. But here, for example, we see that 25, you don't have double crit, which is fine because getting 91 is already high enough. I would say that getting more just to get more, it's just to have, you know, even a substat gives crit that doesn't have any rolls in it would probably be better than something like energy or something like that. So or even elemental mastery would probably be better. Getting to being stayed on 90 is definitely completely fine. But if you have the option without spending any rolls to go to like 93, 94, it's definitely worth it because it doesn't really cost you anything. When it starts rolling into it, that's when it's not worth it 100%. It's worth staying on the 90 and giving everything to crit damage. In this case, you are giving 2 rolls into attack. So this is already 3 rolls that go into attack, which can definitely go into the crit damage instead, and it would be better in terms of the outcome, and you would still have a lot of attack. Here, it's actually even worse because we have 2 rolls that go for something that is not attack or anything else that you care about. So honestly, even before trying to re-roll those ones with attack, I will try to re-roll this one. Use the feather on this piece. It's still 19 on 3 and 4. It's pretty good. All of the pieces are pretty good already. I'm just literally mid-maxing to the max because I literally mid-maxed my Sandrone to the max. So I'm like pretty nailed on this one, so I can actually give you the information. But you can totally leave it like this and it will definitely be fine. But here I would definitely come with the feathers here first and try to get those 2 rolls or at least 1 roll into crit damage, and then you actually get more crit damage and not even losing the attack, which is definitely the best of both worlds. This piece is also of course it would be much better if those rolls would have gone to attack or even crit, but it's still a very good circlet. Because this circlet can't give any more crit damage, then this definitely is a good set already, good piece. So yeah, all of your pieces are looking completely good, especially the flower and your circlet. What is the problem is definitely the goblet, which can definitely be better if you adjust it with the feathers. So if you're going for any one of them with the feathers to mid-max, definitely go for the goblet first and then go for the sand, so you can actually get some more crit damage. I would say that in this case, even if some of those rolls go into crit rate, it's still a win. So yeah, there is that. It's not cheat. It's definitely not cheaty. Your set is definitely respectable and good and strong. Your stats are really good and strong. You are already the strongest character in the game. If you got Yae and Odette, you're already the strongest character in the game. So I wouldn't feel bad about it, but if you want a mid-max, that's why I'm here, and this is what you should do. So Iksha, thank you so much for sharing your Sandrone. Very nice. If he gets 20 crit damage goblet, that would be enough. Yeah. If you manage to get, from adjusting all your pieces, 20 extra crit damage in general. You're probably not going to get 20 crit damage just from adjusting this goblet. But if you manage to get an additional 20 crit damage, that it comes from the defense and HP rolls, and even the attack rolls, and stay here on like 2800, this is definitely gonna be the best you want to strive for. So yeah. Waifu, let's look at your Ayaka. Sid, are you here? Did you come back? Well, what is going on? Sid completely gone, huh? Okay, let's remove him. It's a shame, he did donate. Twice. Alright. Thank you, V. Alright, let's look at your Ayaka. Up. Okay. So, Ayaka. Let's look at your freeze Ayaka. So before we look at her, I want to see, do you have a Scoffier? You have Skirk, which is definitely going to be better. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But you do have Farina. I think I saw Farina here somewhere. No, I haven't. Where is the team? So Scoffier is here, C1. That's already amazing. And we got Farina. That's it. You got what you need. If you have Shenna as well, or Mona, or Sitlali, or anything like that, that would be great. But honestly, even Ganyu, the off-field Ganyu, she's also great with her. A lot of people misuse it. Like they think Ganyu is just a main DPS. Ganyu has a really good AoE field that she can do from off-field. She can be a really nice sub DPS. Just need to know to use her. Also, her field, when her field is up, she also gives cryo damage, like 20% cryo damage to the on-fielder inside her of her. The same is with Ayato. Yes, Ayato is also giving a normal attack damage. So Ayato inside this field is giving normal attack damage bonus, and Ganyu give cryo damage bonus. So that's really cool. Actually, you can literally just use both. So if you use both of them with Venti, it's actually crazy, because I don't know if you know, back in the day, her, I don't remember how it's called, but I remember like triple hit or something like that. When you use their burst, their shatters and the stuff that is just going down. If you don't know how it looks, it's a giant field on the ground, and in the sky, just a giant circle in the ground in the sky, and it just drops a lot of shards of ice and the drops of water, and it just hits a ton. And when you mix it with Animo, it actually does like a triple hit, because of how it's the mechanics of it. It's really cool. The mechanics of it is really cool. I don't remember how it's called, but if you use Venti with some of them, the amount of hits that you are getting in is just insane. The amount of hits is insane. So I really loved when I was maining Ayato to use Ayato and then Ganyu and Venti, and then someone like I don't know, another Hydro like Kokomi or something, and then I would literally swirl like hell. And the damage would have been insane. And also, if you're playing against an AoE, the amount of chaos that you see on the screen. If you see my Venti guide, if you ever seen my Venti guide, I show it there, and it's just insane. It's so beautiful. I love to use it because it's so beautiful and it feels so powerful. So yeah, there is that. Also, it's the same case with someone like Ganyu, not Ganyu, Raiden. So she doesn't have like the pillars and stuff like that of Electro, but her slashing is so big, and because you mix it with Hydro, with Ayato's burst, then it does so much electro charge that, and when you mix it with Venti's burst, my god, it's amazing. It's amazing to see. It's so beautiful. Harbinger of Dawn, it depends on who you're talking about. If you're talking about who says Harbinger of Dawn, who mentioned it? I'm just Harbinger of Dawn work well. That looking to be decent, free to play friendly. If you're talking about Harbinger of Dawn on Odette, is not that good. I did talk about it as an option for a personal damage, but she is much more. It's much more important to her to get as much attack as you can, so she can give the most of the over buff, both for the team and herself. And because of that, Harbinger of Dawn is not that crazy good of a. Because her personal damage is just 15 to 20% of the team's damage, which is still something. Harbinger of Dawn can be nice, but it's not as impactful as something like an attack scaling, like Tidal Shadow or something like that. Finale of the Deep. Sorry, not Tidal Shadow. Tidal Shadow is the Claymore. All right, let's just dive right in. We are getting Ayaka C0 R1. Very nice. I always was baffled with their R1. It's an electro character sword, and they gave it to Ayaka. The design of the sword is so beautiful, but it's not it's not a sword for a cryo character. Then we got triple crown, which is very cool. We got 2.4, pretty much 2.5 attack, very nice. We got 53 on 300. God damn. And then we also have Mauritius Hunter, which is really good, especially because you always play her with the Farina these days, and the Scoffier. So this is a great set. Definitely our best in slot right now, better than Blizzard. I don't remember his name. What's the something Blizzard, right? Yeah, Blizzard's Stray. So this is actually 89. So this is give 89 to 300. The ratio is crazy. The crit ratio here is beautiful, pretty much perfect. We are also getting another 15 crit rate from the Cryo Resonance. So actually you're overcapping. It's actually 100, 105. But it's still fine, I guess. You have so much crit damage, then it's completely fine. It's not the end of the world if you're overcapping on crit rate. Okay, so the flower is insane. There is a lower amount of energy. You are a bit low on energy, and her burst is the majority of her damage. Now it depends. Who is your last character? Who is the last one on the team? So you said Shenhe C1. So if it's Shenhe and she is like on Favonius, then I guess it's fine. I guess you don't really struggling with it. So if you use both a Scoffier C1 and the Shenhe C1 that does double energy with Favonius. I don't know if you have Favonius, but because she has the double the C1, that means she has double skill hit, and that's more particles. It's like a Favonius. So you probably have enough energy already. So the flowers, we have 41. God damn, 41 with 4 crit rate and double attack. That's insane. That's crazy. That's a perfect flower. Honestly, it's a perfect flower for any attack scaling character. You using this on her, it just shows that you really love her. And I actually think I already said it, and we already seen it on a different character. Are you using the same flower on your... Yes, you are. I caught you. I caught you. This is the same set, right? So it's literally the same set. So you have to choose. You can't use it on both. I remember this flower because I remember us seeing a flower that was so good, and I was like, man, if you can literally use this flower on any character. And now I remember it. And I was like, yeah, we've seen this one before, and it's crazy to me that even though I'm doing so much reviews and I'm seeing so much flowers, I actually remember that. I play both, man. Akasha scamming, exactly. It's fine, we can look at this like this. I just don't like switching sets every time that I want to play someone. I like to give each one. So even if I had Ayaka and Skirk, and I literally played both of them on Merge to say Hunter, I would probably get another set for Ayaka just so I won't have to switch every time. Even if the Ayaka set would have been like lower in terms of value, I would definitely still use it because I wouldn't want to now start switching between the sets. But if you don't mind, then that's completely fine. But we already checked this set. I think the last review that we did, we literally looked at the exact same set, and it's amazing, especially on Ayaka with all these stats. Skark had the SIG set build. The SIG set? What do you mean the SIG set? Oh, she also has the SIG set. I see. Alright, we definitely did a quick load there. Yeah, for artifacts we need the loadouts for the sets. Anyway, so let's just dive in. So this is a perfect flower. Literally you can use it on any attack scaling character and it will love you. Like he will love you. It's the best flower I've seen probably. We got 13 on 12 with attack. Beautiful. We got 27 on 7. Yes, he did roll once into HP, but it's not the end of the world. And attack, very nice, still broken. All these 3 pieces. Then we got 21 on 11, beautiful ratio with some energy and HP, not the end of the world, still fine. Just two substats that are irrelevant. Rolling once, it's not the end of the world. It's when it gets to 3 or even more, that's when it's starting to pile up. But 2 rolls, it's not the end of the world. It's still completely broken. Then we got 13 with attack. It did once into this, but if it was only once into defense, into something that I didn't want on the circlet. On the circlet, I'm much more forgiving if you notice. Like the circlet, because you can only get crit rate, and you're usually already like over capping on the crit at this point, then it's actually completely fine. I guess at this point it would actually been better if it went for attack, but because you're literally getting no extra points for this 13, because you're already overcapping on like 5 points in the crit rate, so more to attack would have been better, but it's not the end of the world. It's honestly still such a broken set. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing it. It's sharing her again. So yeah, cheers. No longer human. Let's look at your Noel. We love seeing Noel in here. Didn't we already saw your Noel? Where is she? And do let me know how are you playing her. So I see Zibai, so I know that you're already gone for Zibai team. So we got Linnea, we got Colombina, and we got Farina. So we are good there. We have a team, this a Lunar Crystallized team. Yeah, I increased the crit. Right, alright. So we did already review her, but we can look at her again if you change her. Noel, here she is. C6 with the red horn, probably a best option, a best weapon, best installed weapon. So we got C6, very nice. We have triple crown, level 90, Red Horn, which is I pretty much consider Red Horn as a signature. So great job. We got 1.2 to 1.9 defense, which is really nice, especially you want to lean more into the defense because of the Luna Crystallize. Elemental Mastery, it's nice to have a bit because of the Luna Crystallize. She doesn't do Luna Crystallize damage, but she does contribute to the Luna Crystallize that is happening in the team. We have 55 on 261. So 55 plus Mauritius a Hunter, which is definitely the set that you want to use her with. Again, 36 extra. Thank you for the super chat, Iksha. I really appreciate it. What did you say? For Noel. I was like, what is he talking about? Now I understand. Thank you. Yeah, we love Noel in here. I say that we really love Noel. So this is actually going to be like 90 something crit rate, which is really nice. 90 on 260, pretty beautiful. Like, it's very nice. I'm trying to think what's happening in the team. Yeah, there is no more crit value that is giving from the team, so that's very nice. Thank you for the follow, Keiju Pog. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Iksho does not like me. That's fine. That's great. Okay, so we got 90 something on 260, which is a beautiful ratio, and 123 energy. Now the last thing that is problematic, and I will say it, is the damage percent. Because you're going for Luna Crystallized teams, I would definitely give her a defense goblet. Yes, she's not doing the Luna Crystallized damage on herself. She does not have Luna Crystallized damage from her kit, but she's still contributing a lot to the Luna Crystallize in the team, and she's also scales with defense. So because of that, you definitely want to give her a defense goblet, which definitely gonna improve the damage in the team. So she's doing a lot of the team's damage, but the Luna Crystallize that is happening in the team is also doing a very big portion of the team's damage, and because of that, you want to increase it as much as possible. And by giving her a defense goblet, you are increasing both Noel and the Luna Crystallize damage. But by going only geo damage, you are only increasing Noel's damage. So you definitely want to go for the both by using the defense. So I would definitely go for a defense goblet instead. Team with Bina and Farina. Yes, Ice. His team is with Linnea, Bina, and Farina, which is definitely the best Lunar Crystallized teams. You can go with Noel, and one of the best Lunar Crystallized teams in the game, other than Zibai, of course. And because of that, I would say that you definitely wanna go for the defense instead of the geo damage. Okay, I will switch to defense goblet. Awesome. Okay, so 14 to 7 with attack and defense. Beautiful, because it literally gives her everything she wants. Of course, you would appreciate if it gone more to crit damage, but this is also really nice. We have 14 on 11. Really cool. With elemental mastery and energy. Beautiful. This is a great piece. We have 13 on 14 with attack. Beautiful piece. Another beautiful piece. Those two are really strong. And the last one is just very like spread out. You would definitely prefer it to go more into the crit damage, but it's still completely fine. You can use the feather on it, but even if you don't, it's completely fine. We got 21 on 6 with attack and elemental mastery. Beautiful, but like I said, a defense, it's not like overly broken, so you definitely can get something similar with defense. But even if it's a little bit less better than this one, it would still be better to go with defense. If it's like trash, that your defense goblet is trash, then don't switch it. But if you get a similar one, or even slightly weaker, then definitely replace it. If you get a better, defense goblet, then definitely without any questions replace it. It will increase the damage much more. And then we have a 9 on double attack with energy recharge. Beautiful circlet. So yeah, everything is beautiful other than the goblet. A great job building her. Once you replace the goblet, she will definitely do the most damage she can do on this team. I'm running around with Zhongli as a main. After I alter between burst build and HP build. I'll leave my code here if you want to look at him. At the moment he's on burst build. I appreciate it. Right now the list is closed. I appreciate you leaving it here. Thank you, No Longer Human, for sharing her again. I appreciate it. We are now moving for the free list. Kagin. Sorry. The list is closed. I always wonder how can you actually play Zhongli as a main DPS, because his only damage comes from small, like weak damage from the beeping of the pillar, and also pulsing of the pillar, and also his burst. But his burst is up on a once every rotation, so it's not really a good DPS, and you can't really have any infused Geo, because we don't have infused a character that gives Geo infusion. Once we get one like this, then it will be fine, but no worries. The pin comment got pissed on my side, so good. Alright, let's see who is still here. May, are you here? A Blizzard Strayer Zhongli with C6 Shenhe? I don't get it. You would much rather play C6 Shenhe as the main DPS and have like a Chonyon on the team to give cryo infusion to Shenhe, and she will be the main DPS. But why make Zhongli the main DPS and you don't even have Shinyon on the team? Like what Zhongli will do, unless he does have Shonyan on the team and he does get the infusion. That's when it sounds more relevant. But if he doesn't get any infusion, there is really no reason to put him on Blizzard Stray. What he will do? Push is not creative way to play. Not gonna lie, I never got any Kayakons. No one has. None of us has. Don't worry, Iksha, you are not alone. None of us has Kayakons. That guy only farms best in slot set. May, are you here? Please make yourself known, as we'll be skipping otherwise. Yes, May. Chandrani, are you here? Alright, so Chandrani is here. FC2 Kaya, that's cool. That's very rare. I just like visiting my friend and cause chaos. It's all good. Alright, so let's look at Chandrani and let's see what he got. Show me what you got, Nefer. Alright, so we got Nefer, C0R1, very nice. I do want to check first. You do have Colombina C1, which is really cool, and you do have Lauma, and because of that you are good. I see Sucrose. I don't see Nahida, and I see that you went with Get a Dream on Lauma, so I guess Sucrose is the last slot. So your team is probably Sucrose, Lauma, Colombina, Nefer, which is completely fine. Okay, so I'm just looking at the team because it's very important. Okay, it's Cookie on. Oh, really? So it's Cookie on Instructor. Hmm. You know what? I wonder. I wonder. Actually, Sucrose would be better than Cookie on Instructor, but I wonder if you giving Cookie the Gilded Dream. This is just mid-maxing at this point, but if you give Cookie the Gilded Dream, she can activate it, and then if I'm not mistaken, she can activate it. Let me double check that so I'm not misleading you. After elemental skill or burst hits an opponent, yeah, she can activate it. So it doesn't have anything to do with Dendro related reactions. It just needs to activate to hit the opponents with the skill, which she does. So if you give her this and you give Lauma the Silken Moon Serenade, you can go Battle Morningstar on Colombina and get much more damage to the team. Which I think is completely valid. You are losing the instructor, but other than that, Cookie doesn't really give anything else other than healing. So I will say, if you use Sucrose, then I would definitely use VV on her. It's not question. Honestly, you can also use Instructor on her, or use the Gilded Dream. But if you don't want to start changing need good pieces, I don't have it. I see. If you don't want to start switching pieces between characters, then I completely understand. But just so you know that you have this option, that you can do the Gilded Dream, put it on Cookie, and then have Lauma on the Silken Moon Serenade, and then Colombina could be on the Bundle Morningstar and do a ton of damage this way. But the way that you did it is also really good. It's the classic way, let's say. Alright, so we got Crown the skill, very nice. 5 on the burst, yeah, definitely. You don't want to invest too much into the burst. And we got 720 elemental mastery, which is very high. That's very nice. We are getting like 8 crit rate from this set that is already calculated, but we are also getting increase. Crit rate is increased by 24 for seconds. When both this will be increased by 50%. So 50% of 24, I think it's like 12. That means that you are getting 36 crit damage. So 36 crit damage in addition to what you have, and 80 elemental mastery. So you are getting another 80 elemental mastery, which is gonna put you like 800 outside of the instructor of and other elemental mastery bonuses from Silken Moon Serenade and stuff like that. And you're also getting, of course, 30 from here. So you are gonna be on 80, and you're also getting another 10 from Lauma. So that's 90 crit rate and 315 plus the 36 that you are getting from this. And Lauma also gives you like 20, so 36 plus 20 is 56. Plus 315, it's like I'm already all over the place. So 300, it's like 370 and 70 pretty much. 370. So this is like 90 to 370. That's crazy ratio. The ratio here is insane. So that's really cool. So the ratio here is just out of this world. 90 to 370. Wow. That's crazy. We don't care really about energy, so that's that. We have 20 on 7 with the elemental mastery. This is really good. It did roll a bit hard on the elemental mastery, but honestly on her I would say with already like 370 crit damage, this is actually not that bad that it's starting to go a bit harder to the elemental mastery. So that's actually really good if you look at the overall value. Guts Combat by Catherine. What are you talking about? D Major, how you doing? Cheers, can I join again? Yeah, you can definitely join, especially now that you gave a donation. So just give me your UID and character and I will definitely add you to the list, to the top of the list. This is how it works. Alright, so 14 and 10 with Elemental Mastery, amazing. Amazing piece. Yes, it did roll once to HP, but it's still really good. We have 14 on 13. Yeah, very nice. 28 on 3. Still very good, even though it rolled once here, it's still really strong. So yeah, all of your pieces are really good. And then we got a bit of a crit rate, which it doesn't really care about right now because you already have like 90 and then 82. So yeah, this is really good. Your set is really good. You build her amazing. I really have nothing to say. 90 on 370 plus like 800 elemental mastery, and you are getting more from the Silka Moon Serenade and the instructor. So yeah, and also from oh, we already calculated it. So yeah, she is getting a ton of everything she needs. She's looking amazing. Great job building her. Thank you for sharing her, Chandrani. Appreciate it. Very good build. Where are you, D Major? Okay, until you give me your information, I will do for now Aiden Zia, if he's here or she's here, I'm not sure. Aiden, are you here? Are you here? Yes, he's here. Is it he, she? I'm not sure. I guess it's he. Aiden? Yeah, go ahead. I have to fix character because alright, when you feel like it, give me your information. I will do it. He. Alright, Aiden. Awesome, buddy. Let's start. So, C4, yeah. God dang. Very nice. So we got C4, Triple Crown, R1, level 95. And we also get this Gently Deep Shadow, very cool. Do let me know. So we have Sandrone, so we are using her with Sandrone. So Sandrone, yeah, we of course probably gonna get Odette, which is gonna make her completely insane. At C4, she's already like going to be crazy. What else are we doing? Who is the last slot? Who are you going to play last in the Sandrone team? Are we doing a Scoffer? Are we doing C6 Chichi? Are we doing Nicole Shilonen? Are you going for a Odette Constellation? So are we doing like Alosha, trying to get Alosha C6 or something? So it's gonna be Sandrone, Scoffer, Shilonen C2 for now. Really? Okay. If you have Shilonen C2R1, then I would probably remove Escoffier with Odette. I would definitely replace Escoffier with Odette, and a Shilonen C2R1 would probably be the next best thing. Thank you for subbing to the channel, Osmane. Thank you so much. So Sandrone, Escoffier, and Shilonen. This is right now what we have, and it's extremely strong. Next patch, when you get Odette, you will replace Escoffier in this team, and the team would be insane. C6, C2, R1 Shilonen is amazing. I'm not sure if she's better than C6 Chichi. Sorry, on this specific team, but they are definitely competitive. She might be better, she might be just there. But this is definitely the best way to go about it. So great job. And also I will say that this team doesn't really have a lot of res shreds buffs, and because of that, C2 Shilonen can actually be insane. The thing is that their R1 is giving damage percent, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't give a res shred, and because it gives damage percent, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, where is Shilonen? Here she is. Her weapon. Why is it not showing? Yeah, elemental damage percent. So it increased defense, which you don't care, it's just for her, but it gives elemental damage percent, which the team don't care really. So her R1 is not really gonna affect the team in any way. Yes, it might increase Yae's on electro damage, which can be nice, but it's not really going to do much for the team's damage, because the team is gonna do so much stellar conduct damage that it doesn't really gonna affect it. So the R1 unfortunately is a bit wasted here. But in terms of the res shred, let's look at what your C1 and C2 gives. So it decreases Night Soul timing. Let's just see. So this is not really. And she only Night Soul points. Consumption state is decreased by 30. Night Soul time. So this is not really gonna affect anything too much. But C2 is actually really good in general. Let's see if it helps here. So for those team with cryo, for the cryo character, it's gonna give crit damage, which actually is insane. Okay. So that's pretty crazy. And for electro, it's gonna give energy, decrease elemental burst cooldown by 6 seconds. Dang. So yeah, that's actually sick. 60 crit damage. Yeah, so she with the cryo characters. Yeah, this is pretty sick. Fav, it is for Shilon, then yeah, she will definitely be better for the team with the Fav. But the C2 is insane. It's insane. So yeah, great job with it. It's probably gonna be around what the C6 Chichi is giving. If not like something around that. So yeah, great job with that. Let's look back at I do want to see the constellation. I want to remember what constellation 4 is doing now after the buffs. So I remember that constellation 1 is giving her a 50% stellar conduct damage to the rest of the team, which is really strong. It's literally giving the same amount of buffing to the team as the new support set, which is crazy. So that's that. Then Constellation 2 is also good. It's not as good. It's just more quality of life and some buffing for the on-fielder and herself. So the second Constellation gives more AoE from her torrents. So you are reaching farther, and it also gets the torrents to the next level. So the the electro damage, the regular electro damage that you will do will be stronger because you're using this enchantment in Deep Shadow. This damage is not going to be enhanced to its fullest, but it's still going to be some damage. But she's also giving 200 elemental mastery to herself and the on-fielder, which is definitely going to be a massive buff because they are the ones that are doing the majority of the damage in the team. And because of that, giving the elemental mastery to Yae and Sandrone is definitely going to be the best thing you can do. And it's going to increase the damage by a really nice amount. After that, we have the C3, which is just give some more electro damage, which is actually not that good. It is nice, but it's not that good because it doesn't increase the stellar conduct damage. But C4 does increase elemental electro damage bonus to the rest of the team, which is not really going to do much, just going to increase her damage a bit more. Alosha is not really doing much out of it, but it also does another thing which I forgot and I want to see. Let me go to the game. Where is Yae? So Constellations, C4. So other than that, other than increasing the elemental electro damage, it also, and Yae Miko regenerate 8 elemental energy, which is nice. The formation, it's also when using the burst, right? This is when using the burst. No, it's not. When Sashu Sakura lightning hits opponent. So it is the burst? No, it's not. Sashu Sakura. Okay, so when the elemental skill is active, And you see 4 burst damage, which never use. Okay, I wanna see. So deformation elemental energy recovery effect can trigger once every 5 seconds, which in 20 seconds that means you can do it like 4 times, which is within a 20 seconds rotation. You can do it like 4 times. That means 4 times 8. It's like 24 elemental energy, which is nice. Additionally, a micro elemental burst damage is increased by 100%. Honestly, at this point, you might as well use it because it is a nice burst, like 100% to elemental burst plus electro damage. It might be good to use it if you do have it, but yeah, I guess it's not that crazy. So unfortunately, I was hoping for something better, more to increase the stellar conduct stuff. But I do think that you should use it now that it doesn't destroy the torrent. It's still like doing some nice damage, nice burst damage. It would have been amazing if they made the burst do stellar conduct damage, but because it's not as crazy. De Major, let me just add you to the list. De Major for Rena. Alright, so yeah, the C4 is not as crazy, but honestly, I would use it. I would use it whenever it's up. I wouldn't build energy for it, but I would definitely use it when it's up. So that's very nice. So let's look at the set. The weapon is also being enhanced to also give stellar conduct damage, which is really nice. We got 2500 attack, very nice. 184 elemental mastery, very nice. Especially since she is scales with elemental mastery. The more elemental mastery she has, the more electro damage her electro damage her skill doing. But it doesn't really the majority of the damage, but it is nice. But it also enhances her stellar conduct hits because it's scaled from elemental mastery. So it's a win-win. So it's very nice. Then we have 72 on 229, 230 pretty much. Like we said, we are getting 60. Oh no, this is only for the electro, for the cryo characters. So she doesn't get the 60 extra, she just get more energy, but she does get the cryo resonance, which is going to be like 87. So 87 on 230, which is definitely a big win. So that's very nice. Don't really care about energy. So 28, 29 pretty much on 3 with 40 elemental mastery. Beautiful set. Great job. We got 11 on 7 with elemental mastery and attack. That's nice, but it's not as impressive as it can be. There is way too much rolls into the elemental mastery. You can definitely get a better one, but because she's a sub DPS, it's not the end of the world. You can definitely just leave it like this and it still be completely fine. We got 21 on 3 with the elemental mastery. Again, you are leaning a bit too heavy into the elemental mastery. I know she scales with it, I know it scales. Stellar conduct damage also scales with it, but she'd much rather have more crit damage than elemental mastery. Also, she's getting elemental mastery from other sources where crit damage she doesn't. So I would definitely try getting more to the crit damage, though like I said, because she is a sub DPS, it's not the end of the world if you doesn't give her a perfect set. It's much more important to maximize your main DPS Sandrone, because she's the one doing the majority of the damage. So you not maximizing your sub DPS because they're not doing the majority of the damage will end up in a smaller decrease for the team's damage. So it's all good, still very good. 27, you don't really need more crit rate. Sorry, you would have appreciated a bit more crit damage. Sorry, why do I stack on crit damage? Crit rate. You would have appreciated a bit more crit rate, but it's still looking pretty good. Everything went into crit damage pretty much, which is really nice, and some elemental mastery and attack, so that's very nice as well. And we got 28 on some attack, energy recharge. Yeah, this circlet is really good. So your set is actually pretty nice. Like it's actually pretty nice. It's not crazy. It does lean a bit hard into the elemental mastery, which is definitely something that she appreciates. But it would have been more appreciated if she can get like 250 to 260 crit damage instead of the elemental mastery. It would have been a bit better. It was fixed with that circlet. Oh, I see. So the circlet does give crit rate. I don't know if I would go and change the crit the circlet to give crit damage. Yes, it will give her a ton more crit damage, but I don't think he will manage to get enough crit rate to compensate. Like if you will manage to get at least 80 crit rate, then it's definitely worth it. If you manage to replace the circlet, even though the circlet is amazing, it's probably one of your best pieces, and because of that I might not do that. But if you do want to try it and you have a crit damage circlet that gives a very nice amount of crit rate, and you manage to replace it, and after the cryo resonance crit bonus that you are getting, it will get to something like 80, then it's worth it. If not, if it's getting below and you can't get more crit rate from other places, then it's not worth it. I would just keep what you have. So yeah. Other than that, great job. Can Beidou be a replacement for Yae? If you have C6, Yae is really hard to replace. She's really strong. I will say that if you have Beidou C6 or Alosha C6, only at C6, both Beidou and Alosha only at C6, they can be a nice replacement to Yae. They are not going to do even close damage to what Yae is doing, but they are going to be the best alternative that you have to that. What I will say is that it looks like we are getting like 4 new Electro characters coming, 5 stars, like four of the 5 stars. Like we got not Vesna. We got the character that looked like Katrin, the character that looked like Nefer Katrin. Nefer Katrin had a baby. She is also Stellar Conduct character. We have I don't remember the names. We have like 4 characters. Yeah, Danica. And we have another 4 characters. Some of them are not stellar. Doesn't have a stellar vision, so they will probably not going to be specifically for a stellar conduct reaction. But we are getting like 4 characters that are Electro, so there is a good chance that she will be replaced anyway. So there is that. Yeah, you play guitar, play piano. Alright, so yeah, very nice Yae, Aiden. She can definitely be better, but yeah, thanks for sharing her. I just want to I say thank you for the review, man. No problem, buddy. Let's do D major for Rina. What I will do, 1 second, I need to turn on the AC because it's starting to be a bit hot in here. So just give me a second. Just drink a bit of water. My Beidou will be my Stellar Conduct DPS. What? Stellar Conduct DPS? Main DPS? On field DPS? No. You definitely don't want to do that. Firstly, she doesn't have infusion, and there is no character that gives main DPS. Don't do that. Don't do that. Firstly, she doesn't have Electro infusion. Okay, do whatever you want. I'm telling you, there is literally no reason for you to do that because we are getting the Crowd Traveler to be a main stellar conduct DPS, and he's literally be given for free with a 5-star signature weapon that is completely cracked, and he's going to be really good from the calculations. So you can literally use the crowd traveler as your dedicated stellar conduct DPS, and you can use Beidou as his support, and it will be great. But Beidou is not going to be a good stellar conduct DPS because she is not doing stellar conduct damage inside her kit, so there is no reason to use her as stellar conduct DPS. She's not doing any stellar conduct damage. So there is that, and she also doesn't have any electro infusion, so you are just hitting physical, so it's not going to be good. I can, but Beidou is the best character in the game, but now I can use her with Shilonen. Okay, buddy. Will the Traveler work with Swirl? He's going to be... Wait, he has two gameplays. So one gameplay is as a dedicated main DPS for Stellar Conduct and his support for Stellar Swirl. So he can't be... he's not designed to be a Stellar Swirl DPS. He's designed to be a support for Stellar Swirl and a dedicated main DPS for Stellar Conduct. So you can use it in Stellar Swirl. You can use him in Stellar Swirl as a support, and he's probably going to be the best core for Stellar Swirl. If you're going for a Odette and the Traveler, they're probably going to be the best supports for Stellar Swirl that you can have right now. We'll probably get more and better ones, but right now these are the ones. It's funny to me that the only characters that are designed for Stellar Swirls are Cryo. There are no animal characters that are designed for Stellar Swirl as a support, I mean. Yes, Mizuki now is being adjusted to work with Stellar Swirl, but yeah. Chichi, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jinchi Solo Ayaka. Funny name. Yeah, sure. She's Solo Ayaka. Okay, let's look at your Furina. Where is she? Alright, here she is. So we got Furina with the Favonian Sword, very base, level 99 and 9 and 6. You really had no reason to level up her. It's going to be a burst skill damage DPS surely. Okay, enjoy it. Do whatever you want, buddy. Support for Stellar Swirl is Cryo and Hydro. What? Mikazuki, what are you talking about? 69. Why did you write 69? Because of this? This is what got you to write 69. 69. I was like, why are you writing 69? Is Hydro and Stellar Swirl support. Vedyanitsa is a Hydro and Stellar Swirl support? I don't think she's a Stellar Swirl support. She has a regular vision. She doesn't have a Stellar vision. So I don't think she's going to support Stellar Swirl. And also, Stellar Swirl reaction, that Stellar Swirl reaction is just made from Cryo and the Animal. Cryo and Animal. There is no Hydro in there. There is really no reason that she will support it. She is a Stellar Swirl support. Does she? Okay, I need to check that. Let's see. How do you know that? Can you give me like a link or somewhere that it says it? Because I think it's bullshit, honestly. But Anissa is healing and giving her sustain capability. That's pretty obvious that she's going to be a healer. She's gonna be a replacement to Kokomi. At C0, her support for direct Cryo Hydro DPS is weaker than her support for Stellar Sword teams. Really? Part of the support she provides to Cryo Hydro teams is moved into her constellation, while Stellar Sword received part of that support at C0. That's very interesting. Okay, I don't understand how Hydro unit for Swole. I also don't understand. I completely vibe with this comment. Like it's going to work. Most bosses can't be frozen, so Hydro Aura will end up overtaking. And good luck, Cryo swirling. It just seems too strange. Yeah, it does. It's really weird. Just like Odette couldn't activate the Stellar field, she has her own field, has 40, 20 to 40, and the Stellar has a shield. That's weird, guys. What are they doing there? What is Hoyoverse is doing over there? Yeah, she power group Kokomi. Yeah, she's literally a replacement to Kokomi. She looks the same. She's all about pearls, just like Kokomi. She's like a mermaid, like Kokomi. She's literally updated Kokomi. What happened? Did they run out of ideas? What is going on? Like, if you're making another character that is like pearl stuff, why make her Hydra? Why make her like one-to-one with Kokomi? I get that you want to use the pearl theme and the mermaid theme again, but why make it literally exactly the same? Why? This is weird. Like, don't make it on the nose. Like, make it a bit different. Like, use the pearl or use the hydro. Not the hydro. Use the pearl. Use the mermaid. But make her, I don't know, like animal. Make her. Maybe she has to be hydro, but don't make her a healer as well, like Kokomi. Like, don't give them the same literal, role. So now that when Kokomi is maybe gonna be buffed, like they're literally going to be the same exact character. So what are we doing? What is happening? How does the Hydro character fit into Stealth Wall? I honestly don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Hoyoverse is just doing weird stuff right now, giving us 4 different new Electro characters, 4 different Electro characters that are 5 stars. Like, where is the variety in the region? And also, like, making Hydro character that work with a reaction that has nothing to do with it. It sounds like what's her name? Like her, like Xinyan. It sounds like Xinyan. Xinyan is literally a physical DPS, and she's pyro. If you're playing a physical character, they should be or Electro or Cryo, because they are the ones that can enable the superconduct reaction. But if you're making a pyro character doing physical damage, like being a physical DPS, what are we doing? What are we doing? That means she will have to have Electro and it's just not synergistic. There is a reason why she's so trash. Firstly, she's a physical DPS, so this is trash. But the fact that she is pyro and need to have stellar conduct happening in her team to buff her is just stupid. The liver buff still there. Lots of fun waiting. Thank you for the sub, Richard. Appreciate it. Anyway, guys, I don't know what's happening. It's weird. I thought for sure she's going to be like a last slot for Skirk. She might still be, because it does said that she buffs. Oh wait, you can't see my screen. Come on. Until now you couldn't see my screen. I was talking about Xinyan, that she was like a physical DPS, and she's pyro. That's pretty stupid. That's pretty stupid. Because you have to have stellar conduct happening on the team, and she doesn't enable it. Now the fact that she's a support for direct cryo and hydro DPS. That's great. That means she might be another new Villette buffer. I'm not sure if you would prefer to use her instead of Forina, because you probably won't not going to use both Forina and her for freeze. But for Skork, for example, she will probably be the best last slot. She's definitely probably going to be HP scaling. But the fact that it's weaker than the support for Stellar Wall, that's what gets me. That means she's a dedicated Stellar Wall DPS, a support, sorry. Maybe not a dedicated, but like her main role is a Stellar Wall support that is also doing freeze support to Hydro and Cryo and Hydro. I don't get it. I don't get what they're cooking. I don't get what they're cooking. So something about leeway buff moving is a 3. I see. So there are leeway buffing as well. That's cool. Anyways, let's just continue. I don't know what they're doing over there. It is what it is. Alright, so we got Furina on Favonius. 6, I guess when they release the next patch in a few days, in like a week, we are going to get her kit, her full kit, and it will be very much clearer, and we can go over it and check what she does, how she does it, and she will probably be amazing. Like even if she does buff Stella's Wall, she would probably still be amazing, and I would probably still get her because she sounds like she's buffing both Skirk, Ayaka, New Villette maybe. She might also work with lunar stuff. And she will be amazing with Stella's Wall as well. So honestly, I'm definitely gonna get her. But and they will probably make her really good. But the synergy here is still looking a bit off. Maybe they will come up with something very interesting and unique. I don't know, but right now it sounds a bit off. She competes with Mona, C4. Noblesse and TDDS. Very hard. I'm not surprised that she's gonna be better than her even. I'm pulling a dead for my bait. Okay. Shidon is better support for New Villette. Well, right now New Villette best team is the freeze team. So if she's going to be better than Forina, then I guess she will be good there. But I don't think she will be better than Forina. I definitely wouldn't replace Escofia with her, and I wouldn't replace Citlali with her. I think also Citlali gives a shield. She gives the center city, and she also gives a red shred or damage bonus to Hydro, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, also a weapon also gives damage percent. So I really think the New Villette's freeze team is pretty locked. I don't think she will buff it, but for Skirk, I do think there is a good chance that she will be the best last slot. Anyways, so we got Favonius, which is really good. We got 38 KHP, which is really nice. We are looking at 74 to 176. What is the team that you're using? You're probably using it with Neuvillette and Skirk. On Skirk team, you are getting the Cryo Resonance. So that's going to be like 90 to 180 pretty much. So that's really good. But on New Villette team, she's pretty much going to stay on 74, which for sub DPS is completely valid. It's still very good. Great ratio all the way around. And 200 energy. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. Great build. Just a great build all around. Especially with Skirk. So let's look at the pieces. Of course, Golden Troop. We have 14 on 7 with energy and HP. Beautiful flower. Yes, it leaned hard into the energy, but I will say that it looks like what you did is I will get her more energy on the pieces rather than that. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, it does look like it. Like you had a chance, the choosing or going like an ER sense and just going hard on the crit, or going HP sense and going hard on the energy and leaving out the crit. And you chose HP. I don't know why everybody chooses HP, but I would definitely choose crit. I would definitely go for a crit for elemental mastery, not elemental mastery. An ER sense would definitely go for an ER sense and then get as much crit rolls as I can both here and here. And that's definitely going to be much worth it, much more worth it than what you did here. What I will say is that you will have more energy than what you have, and it's gonna be overcapped a little bit by that point. For example, right now you have like 30 plus 6 is 36, and that's it, 36. And 36 from the sense you are getting 51, so you are getting like 15 extra. So 15 extra is not that crazy. If you had like 215, it was actually been completely solid as well. It wouldn't been too much. So but on the other hand, you would have removed all of this energy recharge pieces rolls and gave everything to crit, and that would have cleaned up a bit more your crit rate and give you even more crit damage, which has definitely been more worth it. I don't need the ER sense with the weapon. You don't need the ER sense not because of the weapon, you don't need the ER sense because you gave her both the weapon and so much ER on your other pieces. That's why you don't need the ER sense. If you didn't have 16 here and 5 here, or 16 here as well, if you didn't have all the 36, it's even more, it's like 40. If you didn't have all this 40 ER from the substats, you would have lacked a lot of energy recharge, even though you were using Favonius Sword. So you using Favonius Sword is not going to give you the option to not have a energy on the substats or the main stats. So you need to choose, and you chose to give it on the substats, which is completely fine. It's your choice, but it means that you are getting less crit and more HP. But I will say that getting more crit and less HP would have been better. So you could have gone for an ER sense, got more crit rather than energy, and your HP would have been a little bit lower. And that would have probably been, and you would have ended up with more energy, more crit, and a little bit less HP. It's much better than ending up with a lot of HP and fine amount of energy and little bit of crit. That's what I'm saying. You much rather have a lot of energy and a lot of crit and a little bit of HP rather than having a lot of HP and then a little bit of crit and a little bit of energy. That's what I'm saying. That's the trade-off. That's the trade-off. And you chose the other one. It's completely fine. Your stats are great. Your stats are great. But if you had more crit damage, it would have been better. I would definitely would have appreciated more like 200 crit damage rather than on a 35 crit on 35 HP rather than 38 HP than 180 crit damage. And that's what I'm saying. On 80, like 80 and 200, that would have been more impressive. But especially if you play with New Villette, which already give you like the Hydro Resonance, which gonna give you more HP even on top of that. So there is that. But it's completely fine what you did. It's completely fine. It's just that there is other ways to maybe get even more value. But I wouldn't go out of my way to now change it. What you did is great. I don't want you to feel bad like I'm getting you down or something like that. And Shidon C2. Oh, so you also have Shidon C2 and she gives you like a ton of HP. So come on, man. You are getting enough HP. You definitely can get more crit instead. Alright. So we got 14 to. Thank you for the follow, Meme Shin. Appreciate it. 7 on 14. That's very nice with a lot of energy and HP. Like the stats here are amazing. The rolls are you have no choice. You have to get this wall. So I guess for what you are trying to do, it's great. So 22 on 6. I guess switch the sense. You don't have now. If you will switch the sense, you have to switch the flower as well. That's the trade-off. That's the problem. That's why I'm saying you don't have to change it. If you switch the sense, you have to switch the goblet, the flower. It is what it is. I'll see what crit looks like. Alright. But you will have to change both of them. If you just change one, then it's not good. Because now you are just giving yourself a ton more energy and you are not compensating for the crit. So what you want to do is get an ER sense that gives a ton of crit, and then a flower that also gives a ton of crit instead of energy, and that would be the best way to go about it. I have some crit flowers with HP. That sounds great. If you have a flower that rolls mostly into crit and also gives some HP, it will be perfect. If you also replace this for an ER sense that also has good crit rolls. If you don't have something that has good crit rolls, then you're not doing anything. The idea is to lose the energy from the substat to get more crit on the substat. So that's the idea. So if you do have that, if you can get these rolls and these pieces, then I believe that you can test it out and see if it works better for you, because I think it would be better. Alright, so 22 on 6, very nice with HP and energy, beautiful piece, perfect piece, really. Then we have this piece, which for your specific build is actually really nice, 10 on 6 with a lot of energy, very, very nice. Then we are getting a 21 on 12, beautiful. This piece is insane. This piece is crazy. I wouldn't touch it for the world. It's amazing. I mean, I wouldn't change it. And then 13 with double HP, amazing. These two pieces, the circlet and goblet, are insane. The flower is also really, really good. Just these two, they are good right now. Like, they are good for what you're trying to do. But if you replace them to be what we said, there is a chance that you can get even more value. I don't know, because Shilon C6 does a lot of the damage. What does that has to do with anything? What Shilon C6 is, it has to do with it. What you care about here is the C2. And the C2 gives you a ton of HP. And because of this, you don't really want to get more HP on the sense. It doesn't register. Like, you're overcapping on HP, where you could have gotten more crit and energy. So you're actually not going to lack HP. You're going to have more than enough, and you're also going to have more energy and more crit. So she's going to be perfect. But right now, you are not lacking on energy, but you can have more, but you are lacking on crit because you went 100% into HP. That's what is going on here. Unable to find the live stream on YouTube for the last 10 minutes. Why not? The live stream on YouTube is working. Make sure. The live stream on YouTube is good. So I should change Nubilet's weapon to crit 2. You should definitely change Nubilet's weapon to crit in general. Let's see your Nubilet. Your Nubilet is on Prototype Ember. It is a nice option for him, but I will tell you the truth, he really appreciates crit. Same as Nefer, same as Colombina. They really appreciate crit damage. And because of that, even more than other made DPSs, all of them appreciate crit, but they appreciate crit damage even more. It scales better with their kit. But I will say that Prototype Ember at R5 is very nicely working with Forina. Uh, so there is that. But if you have any crit weapon that you can put on him, it would probably be better than this. So yeah, it is a nice option. It is a nice free-to-play option. But if you have something like the Witset or the Battle Pass weapon or something like that, that can work great with him as well. I have Nefer weapon, but I'll overcap on crit. What do you mean? With Nefer weapon, you are not going to overcap on crit. It just gives 8 crit rate, but then gives like 88 plus 35, 36. Sorry, 88 plus 36 is like, my brain, it doesn't work anymore. So if you're overcapping by like 5 points, but you are getting like above 300, it's completely fine. It's not the end of the world. So we got 188 plus 36. It's 124. So you are getting 124 crit damage from Nefer's weapon, which is crazy. And you are also getting like 8 crit rate. And 8 crit rate is not a lot. Like, let's see your new Villette again for a second. Yeah, right now it's at 99. I would still use Nefer weapon. I would still use it. The amount of crit damage that you are getting definitely compensate for the lack of HP. And especially if you're using like C2. Because you're using C2 Shilonen and also have Forina on the team, the amount of HP that you are getting is ridiculous. So you can definitely lose this prototype Ember and go for Nefer and just giving as much. Thank you for the follow, Rima, appreciate it. And you can definitely go for it. Yeah, I would definitely do that. So feel free to do it, buddy. Anyways, cheers. We really made an account review, not the character review here. So yeah, that's cool. But I'll check my Forina pieces and I'll again next time. No problem. Feel free. I will gladly see your improvements. Would love to see it. Okay, Felix. Alright. Let's look at your Colombina. Okay, so we got Colombina with the Dawning Frost. This is a nice weapon for her. Because you are not really using, I would honestly, I would just add charge attacks into her rotation by using this weapon. So we got C0, level 81. This is nice. I would definitely take her to 90. It does give a very nice amount of HP, so it does worth it. We got 8 on 7. You said you just got her, right? If I'm not mistaken. So congratulations, firstly, and yeah, you definitely want to crown them, or at least get them to 9, both of them. V is going. Okay, I'm starting work. Have a good one, V. Thank you so much for your help, as usual. Good to see you. Have a great day. Yeah, you're lacking on the ER like crazy. You definitely want to be around 180 to 200 minimum. You don't want to have less, or it's just not worth using her. So we got Dawning Frost, which is a great weapon. It gives very nice amount of crit damage. It's a great stat stick. It also gives a very nice amount of, an amazing amount of elemental mastery when using the elemental skill and a charge attack. but more from the charge attack. So honestly, I would just add a charge attack into your rotation. So I use her skill burst and then use a charge attack and then swap off. It's for 10 seconds, so it actually gives you a really nice amount of time. Like, it's not a lot, but I would definitely use the charge attack to get this 10 seconds of elemental mastery for a personal damage. So that's that. So there is 26k HP. It's a bit on the lower side. It's a bit on the lower side. Why are you going for a Hydro? Oh my god. What are you doing? Why did you go for a Hydro Goblet? I was like, what is going on? I was like, why is the HP so low? There is no way it's for just because of the weapon, because I've seen a lot of people using a non-HP weapon. Also, signature is not HP weapon, but it's so low. It's the lowest I've ever seen, and you gave her a Hydro Goblet. I need a better HP Goblet. It doesn't matter. Just give her the goblet, the HP Goblet that you have. Hydro Goblet not doing anything for her. The majority of her damage comes from the lunar damage that she's doing on the team, and lunar damage doesn't scale with Hydro damage. So you are not getting anything from this piece. It would be much better for you to go with an HP Goblet that doesn't give any crit right now, and get the crit later. Yes, I know the crit is very, very valuable, but not having even 30k HP is starting to be really, really seriously bad on Colombina, especially because she doesn't have other HP character, not HP, other Hydro character on the team usually. If you look at the Lunar teams, they usually doesn't have another Hydro, and because of that she doesn't get the Hydro resonance. So this is what she got, and because of that you definitely want to go double Hydro, sorry, double HP, and try to get more crit value into your goblet later if you can, but don't go for a Hydro Goblet, even if it gives a nice amount of crit. Honestly, I wouldn't do that. What team you using? That's the one I have. If you don't have anything else, if you don't have a Hydro Goblet at all, then okay, use that for now. But I'm telling you, the second you're getting an HP Goblet, even if it doesn't give so much a crit or at all, like, use it. Use it instead. It's not good what's happening here. Okay. So 140 elemental mastery, that's nice, I guess. We got 86 on 200. You are already like overcapping on the crit rate, and that's definitely another reason to not go for the Hydro Goblet. You can now actually go for double HP, full HP on the goblet, and lose all the crit, and it would actually still be fine because she's giving herself 15% crit rate from her A1 passive. That means that you are already overcapping on crit, and usually if you have Lauma on the team, I see that you have Nefer. So if you have Lauma as well, which I don't see, and that makes me scared because you don't pull for Nefer if you don't have Lauma, so please confirm that you do have Lauma. And if you do have Lauma, then you are getting 10 more crit rate as well, so you are overcapping on the crit rate by like 11 points. So that's really not good. You can definitely lose all this crit value, but you do have a really nice amount of crit damage compared to the crit rate. So honestly, you are in a good direction, man. You are in a good direction. This is because you went for a crit rate circlet. You definitely want to go for a crit damage circlet. So yeah, try going for a crit damage circlet and an HP Goblet. So let's just dive into the rest of the pieces. We have and of course you want to go with the energy recharge set. So this set is not good, buddy. It's not good right now. Yes, it looks like it's in a good direction, but it's not. You want to switch this to crit damage, you want to switch this to HP, and you want to switch this for ER ASAP, and that's actually not going to be enough. Just switching this to energy recharge it's definitely not going to be enough. You will need more energy recharge rolls on your other pieces, just so you can get to 180 at least. So if you get some rolls into energy recharge, it's definitely a win. Definitely use it. Um, let's say you are switching this to an ER sense, so you are going to be, right now you're at 106. It's going to give you like 51 energy recharge, so you are going to be like 160, 156, 57. Let's say 160. You are still needing to get 20, at least minimum 22 22 energy recharge from your other substats roll. So that's definitely that. And I'm not too harsh on you because I know you just got her and you're just building her and it takes time. It looks like you're in a bad direction by going for a crit rate and also a hydro goblet and also HP sense. Like you're really not going in the direction that Colombina is supposed to be going. So I'm just steering you into the right direction. So this is 24 on 6 with elemental mastery and the R. This is a beautiful feather for her. A flower for her. Beautiful flower for her. Then we have 26 on 6 with some defense, and that's still very, very good. Those two pieces, don't touch them, they are beautiful. But because you're not getting any energy from them, then you will have to compensate in here. If you do have a flower that gives a very nice amount of crit, but also gives lean more into the energy, you can switch to it. Also, especially here, because this is definitely doesn't give her anything. So yeah, but in here you wouldn't be able to get energy substats because you will go for energy main stats. But here, you getting energy on the circlet would definitely be a massive win, and you need to change it to crit damage. And here you definitely would appreciate some more energy, just so you can get to 180. If you can get to 200, it would be even better. So yeah, there is that. I won't even look at the substats on those because really you're gonna have to replace them. There is no other choice. And because of that, right now she is nice to doing some personal damage, but in terms of what she contributes to the team, because you literally will be able to use her burst every 4 rotations, because of that, then it doesn't really, you don't really count it. You will have her burst up just at the beginning of the abyss, and then you won't have it for like 2-3 rotations, so it doesn't really matter what's going on with the burst. And just her personal damage, she will do some nice personal damage, but she will be lacking because of the crit values and the hydro goblet. It is what it is. It's just the beginning. It's all good. It's all good. Take it easy. Build her in your own pace. I would love to see her when she is finished. When she is finished, not when she is half finished. When she is finished, I give you all of the points. Get her fixed. Get her built properly. Take your time. There is no rush. And when you finish, come back to me, and I would love to see her. Okay, thanks Felix, I appreciate it. Guys, let me just go to the bathroom for just 1 minute and I'm coming back. Alright. Rohit, are you here? I'm soon in a meeting. Maybe you want to skip me a bit. I can look but not listen to the whole time. Oh, tell me. When are you going into the meeting? Would you have time? NFL will ride and work well with sucrose. I was sucrose. Barbara. What? Lababa? Who the hell is Lababa? I forgot her name. You probably mean Barbara. And Chingcho. Raiden will not work good with anyone at this point of the game. She's not that good. If you're a new player and you got Raiden, you did the... I don't know what to tell you. She's definitely not that worth it at this stage of the game. I'm in home office. You can play it, but it's not gonna go this far in terms of damage, you know. Tali, it doesn't look like Rohit is here, so we can do Tali right now. Can we do you now, or are you going right now into the meeting? Okay, we can do it. Tali, just give me confirmation that we can do your account right now. Meeting is like in 10 minutes. Okay, let's do it fast. Let's do it. You know what? How long is the meeting? One hour. Okay, let's do it fast. Okay, let's do it now fast. Okay, so we got Flint. C6, R2. Triple crown. Okay, but we are in a hurry, so let's just run through it. Speed run on a C6, R2, triple crown, level 100. You really like your Flint. That's amazing. I wish we had more than 10 minutes on him because I do have a lot of stuff to say, but let's just go through it as fast as we can. His C6 is amazing. R2, that's crazy. We are getting like 35 crit damage in addition. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's look at this. So we got 2.7 attack, amazing. We have 200, almost 300 elemental mastery, which is also crazy. We have 670 on 242. We are getting 30 from here, so this is pretty much exactly 100 almost. And we are also getting 35 crit damage from here, so that's 280 pretty much. So this is 100 on 280. Amazing. You don't really have any energy, but that's completely fine. You are still like slaying and deleting everything in your path. All right, so we have 24 on 7 double attack. That's crazy. That's amazing. I can record it. Oh, I see. All right. I will give you everything though, and maybe if I have some stuff to say, I will say it after. So 17 on 10, beautiful ratio with some attack, amazing piece. We have 35 on 3 with attack, beautiful piece. We have 14 on 6 with elemental mastery, another beautiful piece. Yes, it did roll into HP once. Here as well into HP. No, not here. Here as well into HP, but it's just 2 rolls. It's still very, very good. And then we got 13 with attack and some energy. Beautiful. Yeah, your pieces are amazing. Your Flint is built amazing. Really don't have much to say in terms of how you build or what you need to change. Just look amazing. If you do want to mid-max him in some way, then I would use the feathers here and try to get them into crit damage. But honestly, at C6, especially with your other character on the team at C6, you're probably deleting everything anyway. So this is just for fun. It's amazing. It's so fun to see this character at level 100, triple crown, R2 and C6. Yeah, I forgot if the C6 give him more crit damage. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't, which is completely fine. You already have a lot. But like I said, this constellation really removes all of his issue, which is at C0 he can only burst twice, and because his enemies, he has a lot of enemies which are very dynamic. So if you are missing it, you're missing a lot of his damage. And the C1 just removes it by giving him another charge. So now if you are missing one, it's not the end of the world. You still have another 2 charges. If you do have a bit of energy, you can actually do like 4 charges at this point, or at C0 3 charges by using the big burst, and then using 2 little bursts, or in C1 you're using 3, and at C2 is actually getting even more compensation for it, because all at C0 all of his stellar conduct, not stellar conduct, the lunar charge damage, which is the majority of the damage, is located in his burst hits. But it's so if you miss it, it's a big deal. But at C1 you are getting another charge, so it makes it less hurting if you are missing one. But at C2 you are also getting lunar charge hits into his normal attacks, and because of that it's compensate even more for the miss if you ever miss his one of his bursts, which you will miss, not because you are because of skill issue, but just because the enemies are so dynamic. You have the Aino robot which just zips all over the map, and we have the cactus which does like plunges and stuff like that, and also switches places. So yeah, you will miss. It is what it is. So it definitely compensates a lot for it. Only by its C2 is already like fully compensated pretty much. So yeah, and at C6, especially with Columbina C6 and all this kind of stuff, is just insane. So yeah, amazing, Italy. Thank you so much for sharing him. He's amazing. I love seeing your characters. I love seeing your account. You build them so well and so good. So yeah, it's always fun. Thank you. And good luck in your meeting. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Okay. Cheers. It's Pikachu. Mikazuki. You're here, buddy? Let's go. Okay. So, Mikazuki. Let's look at your Yelan. Do let me know what's the team that you are using her, which is obviously a support. Using Elegy of the End. For the end, sorry. It's probably for Skirk, right? Or maybe Alakino, Raiden. She's actually having a lot of options here. Also Cynos, she can be like a quick bloom support. Nahida, Tartaglia no, but Skirk, Raiden, Alakino, all of them, she can be really, really good for them. So do let me know what is the team that you are most using with her, or is it just in general for whenever you want to use her? Probably Skirk. No problem, Tali. Have a good one. Have a good meeting. Pikachu is waifu, Mr. Fielder. Is it? Flame, check the pinned comment. The list is closed, unfortunately, for today. You can always donate if you want to get a review still. For Skirk before Mona C4. I see. So, okay, so for Skirk, we of course have. Do we have a Scoffier and Furina? Just checking. So we do have C2 Furina. And I'm looking for a Scoffier. I don't see her. Where are you, Scoffier? Don't do me like this. Fix Pikachu. Language, you can check the Discord. All right, I'm all on. I'm all in for that. So I'm red and waifu is Pikachu. Uh, my other nicknames. So do we have a Scoffer? We do have a Scoffer. So we got a Scoffer C1 R1, Farina C2. Where is the C2? Do you have also a signature? No, it's on Favonius. All right. And then we have Mona C4 or Yelan. All right. And then of course we have Skirk. Skirk is C2R1. All right. Your team is probably slaying like hell. Yelan on Elegy for the end is just amazing. It's definitely our best supportive weapon. Definitely. It's definitely better than Favonius. And if you play her as a sub DPS, like you probably play as a sub DPS, this is probably our best weapon. Giving you a very nice amount of energy recharge, which it definitely needs, and also it gives a attack and elemental mastery, which is definitely appreciated on a lot of characters, especially Skirk. Not elemental mastery, but the attack is definitely appreciated. And there are characters that also appreciate elemental mastery. For example, Flames would appreciate it a lot. We got a 9 on 10, very nice. We have 30k HP, very nice. We got 60 elemental mastery and 70 to 180. 70 to 180 in Skirk team is actually 85 on 180, which is really good. Great job. And 200 energy recharge, great. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful ratio. 30, 85 on 180 to 200, beautiful. Then we got, of course, Emblem of Severed Fate, 18 on 13, beautiful ratio with some energy. This is great, amazing flower, amazing. We have 14 on 6 with energy and HP, beautiful. Yes, it did lean a bit more to the HP. It would definitely be better for if it went for crit damage, but it's still beautiful, especially for sub DPS. This is an amazing flower. Then we got 10 on 19, beautiful ratio, beautiful. We got 14 on 7 with HP and energy, beautiful. Yes, it did lean more into the HP and energy, which is still very appreciated. I think it would have been better to go for crit damage, but it's still beautiful. And we got double HP with 9 crit rate, crazy circlet. So yeah, getting this circlet from the emblem, it's not easy. Like, it is a very resin efficient. It's probably the one that you're gonna farm the most, but honestly, after so long for farming it, for some reason I got much better pieces from other sets than I got from the emblem. So maybe they changed the chances of getting crit on the other pieces on the other sets, but for emblem it was always so hard to get this good of a substats. So great job on that. Really cool, Yelan. Great job. I really don't have anything to say. Seeing elegy for the end on her, it's very unique. It's not unique, it is her best in slot for a supportive role. It's just that you don't see it much. Not a lot of people go for it, but I definitely would have loved to have it. It's really probably the best bow in the game. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Great build. Kip, are you here? Okay, at this point we are almost like 3 hours into the stream, 2.5. So I believe that there will be people that just couldn't stay or couldn't be patient enough, which is completely fine. 2.5 hours to wait, it's a lot. People have stuff to do, so I will just read the names and hopefully one of you is here. So we got Keep, Spot, Guru, and Nova. Any one of you are here? Keep, Spot, Guru, Nova. So we got Spot. Very nice. Thank you for being patient. Uh, for some reason, it feels like your UID is longer than the other one's UID. Mikazuki, eligible the end attack and the end buff is great now. Yeah, it is really good now. Yes, I'm here. Guru. Alright. So we got spots, we got Guru. You reviewed my Mobika last stream. Yeah, I remember. You were also very patient last stream. I remember that. So that's cool. That's cool. You can activate the even though this stream everyone pretty much jumped at the start, but you can activate the bell button and it will notify you when I go into the stream, so you can jump in fast and I will add you faster to the list, so you won't have to wait this long if you manage to grab the spot anyway, or become a YouTube member and I will always review you first. Not a YouTube member, a Twitch sub, and I will review you first always. Okay, so we got Guru and Spot and Nova. It doesn't sound like she's here, but I will keep her because she's after that. So let's just remove keep because it doesn't here, and let's just do use Spot. And when I get to Nova, I will call her again, and if she's here, then great. Okay, Spot. Let's do your skirt. So oh yeah, I remember your Mobika. That was a really cool Mobika. Great Mobika. Amazing build. Amazing build. So yeah. Skirk. Let's see if you build your Skirk as good. It's looking good already. So yeah, let's just dive right into it. So we got Skirk. C0R1 level 90 double crown. Beautiful. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. CQX. Appreciate it. So we got 2k attack, very nice. We got, and this also gives you like 48 attack as well on top of that, which is like the equivalent of a TDDS buff, which is really cool. We got 84 on 240, and you are getting like 40 extra crit damage from the weapon, so this is 280 plus the crowd resonance, which is gonna take you exactly to 100. So this is 100 on 250, sorry, 80, which is really nice ratio. I would say that if you could get 90 on 300, it would have been better. 90 on 300 rather than 100 on 280, but especially on Skirk, because Skirk is doing a lot of ticks. She's doing a lot of hits. She's not like Mavwika where she's just doing one big hit and just one big melt every other hit. Skirk is just doing a ton of slashes, and also with a big burst she's doing like a ton of ticks in her burst. It's not like Mavwika's burst with just one nuke that has to melt. She's just doing a lot of straightforward damage with a lot of ticks, and because of that, if she misses one or two crits, it's not the end of the world. But with 90 crit rate, she would actually be on the higher side of the she will always hit most of them, and most of them would do more damage now with higher crit damage. So what I'm saying is, what you have right now is amazing. I wouldn't change it. It's already amazing. But just so you know that if you had 90 on 300, it would have been better overall in general. But 100 to 280 is still amazing. It's still beautiful. Great job up there. We don't care about energy and crowd damage. Very nice. So let's look at the flowers. So we got 31 on 7. That's insane ratio. Insane. And you also get attack. This flower is completely broken. Beautiful flower. We got the 34. My god. On 3. Amazing with the attack. Beautiful feather. We got 19 on 10 with attack as well. Beautiful, really beautiful pieces. It's crazy that you're actually getting on the higher side of the crit rate when you're having most of your rolls going to crit damage. Like, what happened here? We got a new sub. Hey! Thank you, CQTXET. How do I call you? Okay, give me a name. Give me a name so I will know how to call you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family, buddy. I appreciate the sub. If you want now, you can give me a UID and a character that you want me to review, and I will add it to the list right now, even though the list is closed, and I will review your account. So welcome, 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 and thank you for being a sub. Really appreciate it. I have another Sans 4-liner with crit rate and crit damage, but the bad rolls have to roll after next digit. Let's see. What I will say is that most of your pieces, let's just finish look at your pieces, so because they are amazing. So 19 to 10, beautiful. We got 29 to 6 with attack. That's amazing. That's perfect. Like, it's amazing. And then 37 crit damage on attack as well. That's insane. The amount of crit value that you are getting here, it's remarkable. It's honestly amazing. So you're saying that you have another sense 4-liners. I see. This is the only one that gives you more crit rate than crit damage, and I guess if you can go more into the crit damage, it would have been better. But it's not the end of the world. This is mid-maxing here. If you want to mid-max, then yeah, I would definitely try to get some of these crit rolls into crit damage. What I will say, you can also try to get this attack roll into the crit damage. There is always the option to also go for a crit damage circlet. If you do manage to get a ton of crit rate from it, as long as you got 90 to 300, it's a win. If you didn't manage to get 90 to 300, at least it's not going to be a win. It's actually going to be a loss, and it's better just to keep what you have right now. Because right now it's very, very clean. 100 to 280 is beautiful, it's clean, it's amazing. Your build is beautiful. But if you really want to mid-max the heck out of it, on the Akasha it will show it lower, but in game the damage would be higher. So if you manage to get to mid-max, to move some of these rolls from here to here, or move some of the roll from here to here, or this roll from here to here especially, and manage to get all the way to 300, if you're not going below 90, you won. You managed to do that. You can call me whatever is easier for you. I will call you C. Alright? CQ. CQ is good. So my friend called it. Okay. I didn't even see the message and I already went there. Alright, so I call you CQ. That's cool. But do let me know if you want me to review your account right now. I will be happy to. But yeah, this is a crazy Skirk spot. Amazing Skirk. You can be extremely proud. Easily top 1%. You're actually building your character so extremely well. This Mavika was also like insane. Look at those pieces. Yeah, she's look at this piece. Like it's an insane, one of the best Mavika I've ever seen, and also one of the best Kirks I've ever seen. So great job. You see Moalani as a support just for fun. That's a meme. That's funny. Alright. Appreciate it. Great account. Great Skirk. It wasn't just a one-time thing with Mobvika. You know how to build your characters. Great job, Spot. Appreciate it. And appreciate your patience. Guru, are you still here? Nova, are you here as well? Guru was here a second ago, so we might still be here. But Nova wasn't answering, so she might not be here anymore. Yes. So Guru is here. Okay, let's do it, Chaska. So we got a C6 Chaska. My god, R2. C6, R2. Only one crown. It's funny. Usually when you invest this much into your character, I see like double, triple crown, at least double crown. But okay, fine. One crown, the skill. Very, very nice, which is the majority of her damage. The burst is also nice at this level of investment, so I would definitely take it higher. Right now it says 9, but actually because you do have the C5, that means it's actually like something like 6. So I would definitely take it to something like 12 at least. But I'm sure you're slaying everything. So level 90, R2, which is really, really cool. We got 2.2 attack. Very, very cool. We are getting a ton of attack from the weapon as well. And charge attack damage. 1 second. And elemental burst damage. So again, you are incentivized to use the burst. And I'm sure there is stuff in here that also incentivizes you to use the burst. This is C4, so when a soul opponent, they will restore energy, so you are getting energy and deal AoE damage to the of the I don't know. I'm not sure. You can tell me if you want, but I think I would try to level up the burst. You do have a nice amount of energy to justify it as well. Alright, and you are getting more energy from your C4. So we got a bit of elemental mastery, which is definitely nice. Even though she's not relying on her swole damage, it is nice to have something. We have 60 on 300 crit damage. This set gives of course 40, so we are looking at 100 to 300. Clean. It's not the same like the Skirk situation we had a second ago, because you already passed the 300. I would honestly say that having like a 100 crit rate is pretty much the way to go. If you're below 300, that's when I would say that 90 is the better way to go. But above 300, it's all good. You can lean into the 100. So yeah, beautiful. Let's look at your pieces. So we got 10 on 29. Wow, that's insane. This flower is crazy. 29 on 10. One of the best ratios I've seen. And attack. That's beautiful. We have 33 on 3 with the elemental mastery a bit and energy. Yeah, this is also insane. We have 27 on 6. Again, insane. Of course, you want to go double attack because she is doing like a spread elemental damage. So you can't really go for a specific one. So that's good. 35 on 3. Man, you are leaning hard into the crit damage. Like everything. Look at the amount of crit damage that you are getting. 35 on 3. Amazing. And then we got 12 on 14, 15. Very, very nice. So yeah, this is also amazing. Yeah, this is a godly set. Godly set. Amazing stats. You didn't just invest it in your character. You're not just a whale. So it doesn't actually look like you're a crazy whale. So C3. Yeah, that's his whale territory. C1. Yeah, it's maybe not a crazy whale, but it's definitely a whale still. C1 here. Yeah, you are a whale, but you're like a more moderate whale that just wanted to invest in his Chaska, which I completely respect, and you build her amazingly. If you love your Chaska so much, I would definitely like double crown her at least. But yeah, great job there. Yeah, amazing, Guru. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, I will try last. Nova, are you here? And also CQ, you became a sub. If you want me to review your account, we can still do that. Awesome, Guru. Cheers, thank you for sharing her. So Nova, last call. It doesn't look like she's here or he. Uh, if there is time left after everyone else, that's it, man. The list is over. The list is closed, as you can see. We finished. There is time. We can look at your Farina. Yeah, this is the time, buddy. You can send it to me now. The list is exactly over. And you can of course also come back the next stream and the next stream, and every time you can share another character. So just give me a UID and I would love to look at your Farina. I can already close it, I guess. Thank you. 1 second. We just open this. Let's look at your Farina. And you will be the last for today, unless there is another surprise subscriber who wants to join and also get a review. Alright, so we got another whale in the house. My god, look at this. C6 Mobwika. God damn. C6 Farina. C1 Escoffier. C6 Kirk. God damn. C2 Colombina. C6 Traveler. Are you crazy? I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Alright, so we are looking at Farina right now. C6 Farina. This is a DPS Farina. C6 DPS Farina. God damn, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm very, very, very happy. Alright, let's do this. Let's do it. I was waiting to review something like this. Okay, so we got C6, Triple Crown, R5, level 95. Amazing. Amazing. And of course at C6 you get infusion to her normal attack, so now you can use her as an on-field DPS, which is amazing. Do let me know what is the team that you are using. Who is Nubilette at this point? Like C0 Nubilette on Prototype Amber next to Farina, R5, C6 Triple Crown. Who is this? Who is this man? So do let me know what is the team that you are actually playing her with, because I'm very excited to learn. What are you playing her with? But let's just, in the meantime, use her as a Skirk support. What are you doing? What do you mean you use her as a Skirk support? Don't destroy my fantasy. What are you doing? You have this amazing Farina and you use her as a support. Especially, why would you use Mauritius Hunter on her if you use her as a support? Yobs, the list is closed already. If you want me to review, you need to donate or become a member. But the free list right now is closed. We are already like 3 hours into the stream. But you can come back the next stream. We are streaming almost every day, and you can give your UID and the character, and I would love to review your character for free even. CQ, what are we doing? What do you mean? You can't use her as a support with Mauritius Hunter set. Just for the leaderboard. Oh, it's a shame. Honestly, it's a shame because it's a really, really cool move. Okay, let's look at your pieces. Let's look at your stats. We got 33k attack, which is getting so much more HP, which is getting so much more HP from her stats, from her both her R5 sorry weapon and also C2. And she might even get even more. I don't remember if she's getting even more in the C6. My words are starting to mumble. I'm sorry. Best way to support is destroying all the enemies. Yeah, right. But if you're using Mauritius Hunter, you're not really getting the stats. If he had these stats, this C2 R5 Triple Crown with Golden Troop, that would have been destroying everything. That would have been destroying everything. But because this is a Mauritius Hunter set, I believed it was because, and also C6, which get infusion to her normal attacks, that means that you're playing her on field, which is really, really cool because she is really strong on field. Also, I don't have good support set. Well, at this level of investment, with this level of investment on your other character, you don't have to have a good set to literally destroy Dire in the Stygian Onslaught. So you don't need to have a good set. You just need to place the right set and you will be good. But Martial Set Hunter is literally doesn't do anything because it gives normal charge attack, which you said you're not using as a support, and it also gives crit rate. When the current HP increases or decreases, crit rate is increased by. So it actually does work even if you're not on field. Honestly, it still works. I thought it was just for the on-fielder. You have to be on field. When current HP increases or decreases, crit rate will increase by. Okay, so you don't have to be on field. So I guess it's still nice. It's still doing something. So yeah, that's all actually also working pretty nicely. As long as you have a team-wide healer. Okay, so we got 33k, very nice. Which, like I said, you're getting so much more from your weapon and constellation. We got 63 on 280, pretty much almost 290. She's not getting any more crit. If I'm pretty certain she's not getting any more crit. Yes, she is not. But she is getting 36 from the Martial Set Hunter. Means she's pretty much on almost 100 to 280. Beautiful ratio, insane ratio for Furina. Insane. Even for a C0, it's an insane ratio for Furina, so that's great. Energy recharge 160, it's on the lower side, but the weapon does give her, it does give some energy, right? Increase weapon. Is the weapon doesn't give any energy? No, it doesn't. I was sure the weapon also gave energy, but anyways, I think she is getting some energy. Yeah, she does get some energy from her C4, and because of that, it might be enough to justify it. 5-6 lap of water and everything disappears. Yeah, pretty much. HP goes up to 68k in combat. That's insane. That's pretty insane. I will say that it looks like you are a bit low on the energy, but I guess you're still fine. And because the C4 gives energy, it's like on the 170, I think 180, which is pretty much there. If the weapon would have given also energy like I remembered, it would probably, I wouldn't say anything, but because it's not, C4 might not be enough. But it might also be. I'm sure you're deleting literally everything right on the first rotation, so as long as you have the burst up on the first rotation, it doesn't really matter if you have or don't have energy. So honestly, this is just for fun. So yeah, it's crazy. We have 24 on 3 on 4 pretty much with energy and HP. Beautiful piece. What happened? We lost it for a second. Okay. We got 22 on 6. Very nice. Furina and Odette should trade their weapons passives. I don't know about that. No, they don't. They shouldn't. Because both of them are offensive and she doesn't scale with skill damage. Or that damage doesn't scale with skill damage. But Furina would have appreciated her stats. If Furina had the stat that Odette stats have, it would have been appreciated. But because Furina, no, it's actually not. It's actually not. Not at all. Not at all. Now that I'm thinking of it, the more that I'm thinking about it, it's not. Mikazuki, it's completely not. Odette's weapon only gives you this all the 50 crit damage and also energy and all this stuff if you do Stellar Conduct or stellar reaction damage, which Forina doesn't do at all because she's Hydro, so she can't even do it. So she doesn't get that, and also other than that, it gives attack, which Forina scales from HP, so she doesn't want her buffs at all. And when it comes to skill damage that Forina has in the weapon, if you give it to Odette, she doesn't scale. The stellar conduct and stellar swirl damage that she doesn't scale for skill damage percent, so it doesn't do anything. And because of that, they don't want to switch them. Odette's weapon gives the R, but she does not use burst. Odette's weapon gives the R if you deal a stellar reaction damage, which she doesn't do, so it's not going to help her. Only if you deal stellar reaction damage. Anyways, so we got 22 on 6 with HP, with double HP. This is a beautiful piece. We got 21 on 7 with a lot of energy. That's actually really nice. We got 15 on 14 with energy. So you really leaned into the energy. Now, because you're C6 and all of that, I would say that's great. But honestly, you could have just get ER Sands and got all of these energy rolls into crit. All these energy rolls could have gotten into crit damage here and here, and you would just had more crit damage, and you don't need more HP because you are getting so much HP here and from your weapon, so you didn't really need this extra HP. I would have used just an ER Sands and just went hard on the crit damage with all these rolls that you gave to energy recharge. But you know what, it's still fine, it's just for fun. Your set is actually really good as well for what you try to do, and it's honestly just for fun at this point. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing her. She's a really strong Forina. She would have been amazing as the main DPS, and yeah, great job. As a main DPS, I wouldn't invest so much into her energy recharge. I would actually lean harder into the crit damage, into the crit ratio, just in general. I wouldn't even give her an energy send. I would just or try to invest into an energy substat. I would just lean 100% into a crit damage. So yeah, that's that. But honestly, I'm sure you are deleting everything anyway, just because you said you are using her as a sub DPS. Anyway, thank you so much, CQ. I appreciate it. Welcome to the family. I can't wait to see the other characters that you have on your account. And yeah, thank you. I will do some dailies right now, so if you guys want to watch that, you're welcome. Other than that, I think we can actually finish here and call it a day. I really appreciate everyone who was here and still here. Come on, drop down. I can't take the drop. Oh, we didn't finish. But it killed her anyways. I need just one. Thank you very much. That's it from this one. Let's move on to, let's remove this and move to here. Quick question, I'm a new player. What character should I get? Answer me. Sorry, I missed this. What character should you get? It's a really hard question. If you are a new player, you shouldn't be worrying about which character you should get. I will say that, you know what, as a new player, because we are getting the Crowd Traveler for free and he's getting a signature and he's so extremely strong, I would actually try to get Odette, because she's definitely gonna work on all of his teams that he's gonna be good at, both as a Stellar Swirl support and as a Stellar Conduct DPS. So I would definitely lean into the Stellar Conduct DPS playstyle of the Traveler. I think for free to play accounts, and not just free-to-play accounts, new accounts that just started the game and stuff like that, using the Traveler as your main DPS for stellar conduct, it's gonna be such a strong win that will help you tremendously, like at the beginning of the game and dealing with some of the end game. So definitely that. Other than that, because you are in this situation, I will definitely try to get out that, and also I will try to get out that because it will also give you Alosha. My first character was Jin, lost the 50 in 8. That's bad. That's sad. It's funny that you remember that. I don't remember who was my first character that I lost the 50-50s. I remember who was the first character that I pulled for. If I'm not mistaken, it was Ganyu. Ganyu was the first character that I pulled for. And I regret it. I regret it. She was really fun with the animal stuff, with the swirl stuff, but other than that, she wasn't so good to me. But anyway, you know, if you are still here, I would get Odette and build the Crowd Traveler to be a stellar conduct DPS, and also a stellar swirl support if you want the versatility. Jin is good, she just have a lot of issues with energy. If you manage to get her energy in check, then she's amazing. Alright, we didn't get anything. Okay, I think let's just cash it in, I guess, and just call it a day. What are we going to give? Let's give this. Thank you for the follow. Can't go. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Alright. So now that we finished this, let's go into the teapot. Check it in. Some reason CMC use chess boss, and now I have to go farm it. All right. Yeah, it is what it is. I didn't even look because I wasn't really planning on investing in my cryo traveler. But honestly, now that I see his numbers, that I see that he's going to be a crucial part in the Stellar Swirl team, at least for now, then I might will build him properly. Also, I guess he's worth it. Okay. Let's go to Mondstadt and call it a day. Yeah, honestly, I have enough of everything. I'm pretty much a hoarder. It's not that I'm a hoarder, it's just that I'm farming so much that I actually have pretty much enough of everything that he might need. And also, even if I don't have enough, which I do, but even if I don't, I have like 88 of these ones, so I can convert the other ones as well, so I'm not worried. What I will want to do is just craft. She has such a beautiful weapon, I swear. That's it. I just put it here like this. And yeah, that's it. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being in the stream and sharing your accounts. They were really, really cool. Glad I could help you out. And I will go now. I have a lot of stuff that I need to do. So I wish you all the best, guys. And have a great, great day. And I will see you in the next stream probably on Thursday. So yeah, have a great... It is Tuesday, right? It is Tuesday. All right. So yeah, have a great, great one. And thank you so much for being here. And I will see you next time. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.